Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing today? Meh. My mic is not as loud because I don't have that program up. So, I guess it's fine. There's nothing really playing in the background right now. It's super low though. Holy shit. Maybe I take this off. Hello? Hello? Is that better? Eh. I feel like I was just here. Right, right. Wasn't I just here? Wasn't I just here playing Yakuza? Yakuz? Meow. Same outfit on and everything. Hair swiveled. I didn't just wake up, but I did wake up pretty late. Oh, so cozy in my bed. I didn't want to get up. Ugh. What should we watch today? What should I watch today? Without it fucking shitting. Shitting the stream. More queso streams? Um, I don't know. I finished watching Breaking Bad, so now I'm watching a bunch of Breaking Bad stuff. Let's just do that. Is it? There we go.
Thank you. Now please tell me why you did it.
Let's talk about one of the most important scenes in Breaking Bad, buried halfway into Season 2, Episode 6. Every time I rewatch it, I always find myself pausing, rewinding, and going back and forth to certain points in the conversation to try and piece together the context the best I can. In an episode mostly remembered for Jesse's storyline, tucked away in the middle is a short conversation so crucial to understanding Walt's story. In just 5 minutes, this scene sheds so much light on his character, pulls back the curtain surrounding the mystery of grey matter, and gives us some much needed insight into Walt's past. It's just two people, Walt and Gretchen, sitting in a restaurant having a conversation. And in typical Breaking Bad fashion, the genius lies in the restraint. The show doesn't tell us what happened between Walt, Gretchen and Elliot. It just hands us puzzle pieces for us to put together ourselves. So let's break this scene down line by line, moment by moment. Let's talk about what we know, what we can guess, and most importantly, what the show refuses to say out loud. First, we need to go all the way back to season 1, episode 3. That's the first time we ever see Gretchen. We flash back to a younger Walt, confident, charming, and romantically involved with Gretchen. The two of them are working together at what we can assume is the early stage of grey matter technologies, the company Walt co-founded with her and Elliot. And just for a moment, we see the version of Walt that could have been, the scientist, the academic, the visionary on the cusp of something huge. But somewhere between that flashback and the pilot episode, everything fell apart. Walt walked away. He left the company, left the relationship, all for a check of a measly $5,000. Meanwhile, grey matter went on to become a multi-billion-dollar tech giant without him. And that is the origin point of Walt's resentment, his bitterness, his insecurity, his obsession with being underestimated. And what's so brilliant is how little the show actually tells us about what happened. It's all vague, hinted at through these tense conversations and offhand comments. And that's exactly what makes this restaurant scene so important. It's one of the very few times that someone from Walt's past confronts him directly about all of it. When Skylar reached out to Gretchen and Elliot asking if they'd be willing to help pay for Walt's treatment, it seemed like a totally rational move. They're billionaires. Her husband used to be close with them, and she thinks it makes perfect sense to ask. But I've always wondered how much Skylar knew about Walt's romantic past with Gretchen. It doesn't really seem like she knew anything. She never hints at any tension or awkwardness. She treats Gretchen and Elliot like old friends, which leads me to think that Walt never told her about any of it. Walt probably kept a lot of his grey matter history a secret. The money, the success, the fallout.
Sorry, it just sounds
he
funny.
isn't just ashamed
British
of how
people are
things
funny
ended.
when they talk.
He's still wounded by it, and he's never managed to let it go. So when Skylar reaches out to Gretchen and Elliot, she's unknowingly dragging up all of that buried resentment. And Walt's reaction, the panic, the lies, the cover story, it all starts to make sense. So let's go to the restaurant scene. It starts off polite, formal, but there's a tense feeling from the start, and Walt, as he always does, tries to stay in control. He starts with a carefully worded apology.
All right. First, let me say I very much regret involving you in this. This entire thing was unfortunate.
Unfortunate is an interesting way of putting it, almost suggesting he wasn't expecting this outcome. But he must have known this would happen eventually. And Gretchen knows this, so she immediately calls him out on it, almost sarcastically.
Unfortunate.
She's not here for vague apologies. She wants the truth. She wants to know why he dragged her and Elliot into a lie, why he made Skylar believe they were the one paying for his treatment when they weren't.
And I apologize deeply.
Thank you. Now please tell me why you did it.
This is a question that, up until this point, even the viewers have been puzzling over. He could have taken the money. He could have been honest. He could have avoided meth entirely. And I think you can tell from Gretchen's tone that she still cares. She's not just angry at him, she's hurt. She doesn't just want to be absolved. She wants honesty. She knows Walt is broke and that something just isn't adding up. And of course, Walt deflects.
That's not really at issue here.
This is what Walt does best. Redirect the conversation, keep control, and don't let them see the full picture. And what's interesting is Walt could have told any lie here. He's smart enough to come up with something credible, and he's already deep into deception. He could have mentioned a fake benefactor, his mother, a distant relative, a family friend, anything that could have offered her some kind of explanation as to why he didn't want Skylar to know. But he doesn't. As much as he doesn't want help from the people who, in his mind, stole his career, he can't even bring himself to lie about getting help from anyone else. It's not just that he doesn't want to be seen as weak, although that's part of it. It's that he wants to feel in control of his narrative. And the best way he knows how to do that is by crafting a version of reality that keeps him in a position of power. And it all ties back to something he spoke about in season 1, episode 5.
Sometimes I feel like I never actually make any of my own choices.
Well, you made a choice.
my entire life.
Bro, I kind of want to watch this show over
It
again
just
just
seems I
because it's so
never,
good.
Had a real say about any of it.
We have to remember that this is the version of Walter White that Gretchen once knew. He had his moments of confidence, but he would also avoid confrontation and let others make choices for him. This is also an incredibly important scene because it gives us a rare glimpse of the person he used to be, which is the reference point to how far he's come in his transformation. Gretchen decides to
His
ask, point
transformation.
blank,
If you won't take our money and your insurance isn't covering it, how are you paying for it?
This is not an issue that concerns you, Gretchen, okay? As I said, I will clear this up. Just please allow me to do this in my own way, in my own time. All right? I will explain the whole thing to them.
And while you're at it, explain it to me.
No, fuck
I
you.
don't owe you an explanation.
Exactly.
I owe you an apology, and I have apologized. I am very sorry, Gretchen. There. I've apologized twice now. I'm humbly sorry. 3 times.
I love how petty he comes across here. So passive-aggressive. He counts his apologies like they're worth something to her, like they should be enough to just buy her forgiveness.
3
The
times
brilliance
I
of this
apologize.
scene
How
isn't
many
just in
times
the
do I have to
writing,
apologize
it's in
to
both
you?
performances. Bryan Cranston plays Walt with this kind of subtle bitterness simmering under the surface. He's polite, but barely, biting his tongue, literally covering his mouth as he tries to keep the conversation as clinical as he can.
Without our knowledge, against our will, you involve us in your lie. You sit here and tell me that that is none of my business.
Walt leans back, smirks, and says,
Yeah. That's pretty much the size of it.
At this point, Walt's done pretending. If Gretchen wants the truth, she's going to get the ugliest version of it.
What happened to you?
The resentment that's been seething
What
under his
happened to
fake
you,
politeness is too strong to control.
What happened? Because this isn't you.
One of the standout things about this whole scene
I don't know
is
if I
the
like this light
subtlety
right here.
of Jessica Hetch's face. You can read the heartbreak and confusion right there. She can't reconcile the Walt she once knew with the one sitting across from her, cold, snide and smug. And here comes the long-awaited outburst of Walt's resentment.
What would you know about me, Gretchen? What would your presumption about me be exactly? That I should go begging for your charity? And you waving your checkbook around like some magic wand is going to make me forget how you and Elliot cut me out.
Ooh.
This is the line that reframes everything. Whether it's literally true or not, it's how Walt perceives it. He sees himself as the brilliant mind who was robbed of success, left behind while Gretchen and Elliot profited from his work. And in my opinion, I don't think up until this point that Gretchen had any idea that Walt saw it that way. And her shocked response kind of confirms it.
Beautifully done, boy. You are always the picture of innocence.
You left me.
Picture of innocence, just sweetness and light.
You left me. You poured 4th of July weekend, you and my father and my brothers. And I go up to our room and you pack in your bags, barely talking. What did I dream? All that?
This is the most revealing line of the entire Grey Matter backstory.
Yeah,
It's the
they
only
never
real
really
glimpse we
explained
get into
exactly
someone
what
else's
happened.
perspective of what actually happened. But Walt doesn't even contend with what she's saying, and more importantly, he doesn't deny it either.
That's your excuse? To build your little empire on my work?
How can you say that to me? You walked away. You abandoned us. Me, Ellie.
You rich girl just adding to your millions.
According to Gretchen, Walt abandoned her suddenly without explanation. Maybe he just couldn't deal with her level of wealth, felt too inferior, patronized, or even jealous after getting too involved with her rich family. Maybe Gretchen's father made Walt feel that if he was to marry his daughter, he'd be more dependent on her family and their financial success than Walt was ever comfortable with. And here's the moment you've probably all been waiting for.
I don't even know what to say to you. I don't even know where to begin. I feel so sorry for you, Walt.
Oh, don't say that.
Fuck you.
And there it is. One of the coldest lines in the entire show. Saying those two words
There's a
gave
lot
him
of cold
such a
lines
rush
in the
of
show.
adrenaline he's clearly becoming addicted to. We're at the early stage of seeing
Yeah,
Walter
he
White's
loves that
mask
adrenaline.
slowly slip, only to reveal nothing but pure venom. I want to talk about this scene for a second too, because I absolutely love how Bryan Cranston plays it. He's acting within acting, which is obviously extremely difficult,
Yeah,
but he
he
does
does
it
that a
so
lot.
well. What I've noticed about Walt is that he can be a bad liar, especially when he's caught off guard. But when he's one step ahead, he's an expert at weaponizing his language to control the narrative.
She said something like, I'm sorry to have to do this, but Elliot and I can no longer continue to pay for Walt's treatment.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Huh. Wow.
I love the little smirk he makes when he realizes he can pivot the conversation to his advantage.
True.
It's
He
so
does have a little
subtle
smirk.
and easy to overlook, but it's the
like,
exact moment he realizes he can pretend Gretchen and Elliot are broke. How not only will that explain Gretchen's strange behavior and neatly close the
There's
door
so
on
many
any
things I forgot
expectation
about.
they might still pay for his treatment, but
It's
also
so
turn the
much.
situation
It's
into
just
one
so
where
much
he's
shit.
not the needy one, they are, which is exactly the
I'm
kind
gonna lower
of
the
narrative
volume
he
a little bit.
wants.
She just couldn't bring herself to tell you today. I mean, she couldn't tell me either, really.
Bitch, was it,
There was
bro?
a lot of hemming and hawing and beating around the bush from both of them.
Okay, what? Tell us what?
He speaks slowly, deliberately, and with just enough pauses to give the appearance of reluctant honesty. You can see how he lets Skylar fill in the gaps, so it feels like she's discovering the truth.
Yeah.
And he blends the truth with fabrication.
Ooh, he's
in
so
such
good.
a masterful way.
He's so good.
Cash poor and leveraged, quarterly decline, yada, yada, yada. But what they were truly saying, in my opinion, they're broke.
You are kidding me.
I mean, the economy's in the toilet, we all know that.
He's improvising a lie in real time and enjoying every second of it.
Yeah, he loves
This is
it.
one of those early small wins for Walt, but not in a heroic sense. It's the quiet satisfaction of having outplayed someone in his own personal chess game. A game he became so addicted to.
He
that
loves
it
the
ultimately
game,
led
bro.
to his downfall.
Yeah. The
Oh,
hell was
I
that?
can't speak to this Heisenberg that people refer to. But whatever he became, the sweet, kind, brilliant man that we once knew long ago, he's gone.
Bro's gone. I low-key want to rewatch the whole show. It's that good. Bro, it's so good. Money laundering expert? Huh? Ten-year reunion was 7 years ago. About to be the 20-year reunion. Holy shit. I never watched the show until now. I just finished it last weekend. I've never fucking watched the
Here
show.
we are. It's the Breaking Bad 10-year reunion.
Oh, I forgot
everybody.
this
Come
fucker
on.
was in the show.
You kidding me?
This fucking
Arguably
sellout.
the greatest show that was ever been on television. I begged my agent after I saw the first episode to try to get on it, and just because of all the wonderful writing and all the people I got to work with, I've gotten to do so many cool projects after this. So this means more than the world to get to host this thing. So
Sellout.
without further ado, let's welcome. This is like introducing the Beatles, literally. Panelists, everybody
Literally.
coming out from the show. Mr. Vince Gilligan, everybody. All right. Gus still has his face on for this reunion. Please welcome to the stage once again, Giancarlo Esposito. Saul Goodman, everybody. Bob Odenkirk. All right, she played the beloved
Salmon.
kleptomaniac. Mary Schrader, please welcome Betsy Brandt. Okay, your favorite DEA agent living next door.
Yes.
Please welcome Dean Norris.
Hankily. I love Hankily. That's why I call him Hankily.
All right, one of the great cereal lovers of all time, Walter Jr. Please welcome R.J. Mini.
Cereal lovers. I'm dead.
And of course, where would Walter White be without his better half, played by Skylar White, played by Anna Gunn.
Skyler.
All right, lastly but not last two, I guess we're supposed to do them at the same time. Yeah, bitch, she played Jesse Pinkman, Aaron Paul.
Oh, that his kid?
And his co-star Story.
Oh.
And the man who brought the danger, Walter White himself. Please welcome Bryan Cranston. Come on, one more time, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Look at you're so nice. Thanks.
All right, everybody have a seat, have a seat.
Is my wife here somewhere? She's supposed to come pick up my baby. Where you at? No?
Was that just for the intro? That was the prop?
Where'd you rent that baby from?
There you go.
Thank you, guys.
That kid just made $600. It is. You walk out. That's a SAG rule.
$600 the hard way.
That's right. 600 the hard way. Had to go to hair and makeup, try on like 20 of those different little outfits till they got the one that fit right. It was a nightmare. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for coming out and doing the reunion. The first thing I want to ask you guys, it's been 10 years since you guys all have seen each other, and recently you got together. You did the Entertainment Weekly cover shoot. What was it like to get the whole gang back together?
It was great.
I'm amazed the RV still ran. We shot it on the Sony lot. I think we might have. I may be wrong on this. We shot it in a soundstage where they shot part of the Wizard of Oz because it used to be the old MGM lot. And the RV is on display. If you find yourself fortunate enough to tour the Sony lot,
Oh, really?
the RV is on display.
Still there?
So they drove it over. They started this damn thing started right up, right? They put some gas in it, and it's, it would be like
Those
you know,
RVs
the
last a
Mr.
long
Toad's Wild
time, bro.
Ride,
That's
like
why I
jumping
want
in one of
one.
the carts and like driving it over to the other side of
I
the
need
Disney
the
lot
RV,
and,
bro.
shooting
The
but
RV.
that surprised me. That was cool seeing you guys in that thing.
All right, I'm going to put a plug in right now. We're doing a charity event on omaze.com.
Okay, fuck whatever the fuck he was saying.
You can come we'll fly one winner out and a friend out to Los Angeles. We will cook for you.
No way. In the RV?
Yeah.
What do you
That's
cook?
We'll
sick.
teach you how to make meth.
Please, we'll teach you how
Yeah.
to do it.
It's
I
gonna
wonder
be
if they
awesome.
actually know how to do it.
Omaze.
Like, they could actually
Go
do
to
it.
omaze.com. It's a fundraiser for two great charities, the Kind
Campaign.
and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. All the money goes to them. But please,
Yeah.
We'd love to see you. Come
Yeah,
out and
please,
visit
please,
us.
please, please.
And maybe we'll have some visitors on that day.
Yeah, I hope so.
If I remember right, though, this series, as great as it was, it took a couple seasons for everybody to like start talking about it, which is, I think that's how I got on it, because I was the first guy that bugged his agent, going, I'd carry a tray of meth on that thing, anything, just to get on it. But it just amazed me that, like, I don't know, like, just the whole way that
I
you
need to
developed
watch
these
this at
characters
2x
from the beginning. I
speed.
just loved how everything came from such a believable place. Was that something in your writer's room from day one? Where everything, like literally how guys get choked to death, people get shot, the emotions of it, all of it, like you'd watch it, it's like sometimes, you had to like look away. It was like watching a documentary. Is that something like from day one, you're like, this isn't gonna be cartoony?
That was important to us.
No, I think first day you were thinking, no, let's phone this in and be unbelievable. And realize, no, wait, that might be a mistake. Let's go the legitimate route.
Yeah, we've thought for a while. Now, you just don't want to be the Hogan's Heroes of meth shows. I like Hogan's Heroes, but no offense to Hogan's Heroes. But no, it just felt like if the show is going to be about selling meth, producing and selling meth, you want to take it seriously. You want to show that that's not really a great career choice.
Right.
But you don't have to make it like some after school special. All you have to do is really show the reality of why that isn't really a bad choice. And if you're choking someone to death with a motorcycle lock, you want to show how agonizing that would actually be, how long it would actually take, stuff like that. It felt important to never treat the violence in the show as if it were entertainment. There are some show-stopping scenes that center around violence and Breaking Bad in the 62 hours of the show, but you don't want people thinking it's just popcorn and entertainment. There's got to be consequences. There always had to be consequences on the show, and failing that, you're not doing really the audience justice or the show itself justice.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was definitely evident when you watched it, because it never seemed like glamorous. I think that was probably the first scene that stuck with me was that kid in the basement that you choked with the bike lock, and then watching Walter going through the emotion of all of that.
I remember, by the way, Sharon Bialy, Sherry Thomas, our wonderful casting folks, they called us up and they said, we got a guy named Bill Burr he would love to do a show. He is so damn funny. And I hate to admit it, I didn't know your work at that point.
You shouldn't have. I was working.
You're not missing anything.
I was in like strip malls, man. I was.
Well, you were so.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't.
Funny. We're watching your stuff, and you came in.
So
and you
funny.
for us, and you killed it. And Kubi, let's hear it for Kubi.
I never really watched him. I don't really.
Oh, I lucked out. I lucked out because I looked like Ron Howard. I didn't know I was gonna look like him my whole life. But yeah.
Especially now that
So I didn't get a
he's
chance
just
to
like
which is
a
what I was,
fucking
so I kept
Saudi
playing
Arabian
Dinosaur, so thank you for
sellout.
that.
Yeah.
Once again,
Thank
one of the
God
same
I
questions
never
had
watched
for
him.
Better
I
Call
don't
Saul.
really
Please, maybe you
care.
guys chime in if
What are the same questions for
It's
Saul?
weird having
Well, as far as,
like
how did you
people
know
like that in
did you know where this
shows.
is going? Just how this whole thing like
I
unwinds.
guess
How do you
back then
work
he was
something
like
and it just
nobody,
never
so
veers
it's
off
like,
course? There's
oh,
been
it's
a
just
lot
a
of shows
guy.
that start great and it's like a giant pizza dough, and then all of a sudden it just gets ridiculous, and you're like, this doesn't even make sense. I'm not gonna name shows. You just after like the third season, you're like, this show, this has just gone off the rails. I'm not watching this. And every time I thought you couldn't go any higher emotionally, you just kept doing it. I just remember after every episode, you were like, and just got on the internet and just started chatting with people trying to guess where it was going to go. And that was also a great thing. You had to wait a week as opposed to now where it's just you can binge watch. It's like you take a great bottle of wine and you like shotgun it rather than like, it's like all of that work gets put into it. People
Why
just
are you
watch
laughing
it a day and a
so
half on
much?
meth.
It's
like,
not
when's the
that
next
funny.
60 hours coming out?
Y'all glaze him too much. I
feel it was
swear.
one of
You
the
made
last
his head
shows you
real
could really
big.
enjoy that was like an experience. I can't even tell you the amount of people that I became friends with talking and watching every year. Like, they just kept getting bigger and bigger. I would ask the cast, like, what was it like to be on, like, a show like that? That really was. It kind of was like a Beatlemania kind of thing where, like, as the seasons progressed, I imagine the encounters with the public got more intense, / a little weirder, no offense.
Well, it took us by surprise because when we started, we were just a little show in the high desert of New Mexico trying to tell a story. And nobody knew who we were. And I knew we started to make an impact when the directional signs were starting to be stolen to me. We have signs that indicate where crew and cast should go park when we're on location. And you see this, it said Breaking Bad and an arrow. And okay, I turn here, I turn there, and there's where I park. Well, about our second or third season, Breaking Bad's directional signs were starting to be stolen. And so then there was the RBA, and then those were stolen. And I kept thinking, not only am I getting lost, but something's happening. The dynamic
something's
is changing.
happening here.
And you mentioned about the delayed gratification of being able to see a show once a week. That is true, and yet on the other side, you look at the benefit that Netflix had on our show was unbelievable. And I don't
Was
know.
that the turning? What was the turning point? I think it was season 3. You guys after that, you got on there.
Yeah, they dropped the first 3 seasons when I think we started shooting the 4th season.
Something.
Yeah, when Netflix stock was $10.
Well, to me, the big turning point, I honestly got, there was a lot of turning points, and that could definitely be pointed out as one. But I think when you got the Emmy nomination and then won the Emmy for our very first 7 episodes, that was, I think to me, that was a major turning point. It was the closest I've ever come, even counting this in this amazing hall with all you wonderful folks. That wasn't the out-of-body experience that when they called your name that first year, 2008, right? Is that what it was? Yeah. They said, and the winner is, and I'm thinking, there's no way he's going to win. That's
what I was thinking too.
No, but I meant it.
Damn.
Just because it was only 7 episodes, and they said Bryan Cranston. All the air went out of my lungs, and I jumped up. I never do it like this. I jumped straight up, and I just started and I put my hands together so hard that I had, as soon as I could get home, I had to put them in ice water. I think actually, it was such. To me, that was a turning point.
It was a shock. When you do those shows, all the cameramen have little earpieces, and they're told what category is next. So you know your category is next when a cameraman comes up right in front of you. And
Yeah,
points a
right in
camera
your
at you.
face.
And so my wife started to get nervous, and I leaned over and I said to Robin, honey, don't worry, they're not going to mention my name, so there's no reason to get nervous or excited. And then they mentioned my name, and all of a sudden, everything went out of my brain. And you're walking on stage, and you take the first couple steps, and all of a sudden, you're in front of the microphone, and you're realizing, how did I get here so quickly? And then all of a sudden, things like what you had for lunch that day pop in your head, and you're going, that doesn't help me right now. It's swimming.
He's so
amazing
cute.
But I think that's when we knew something was really going on.
I think so.
But it was
He's
all
such
you.
a cute
All
guy.
you knew that we had a show before the general public knew we had a show because you guys are into the unique and extraordinary.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Aaron, I wanted to ask you as far as like what I loved about your character is he reminded me so much of the guys I went to summer school with.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, it was just like a creative person, like a fun person, and smart, but just not school smart.
Yeah.
And it was something that really resonated with the character. Do you feel like...
I appreciate
I'm
it.
not saying you. Jesus Christ. Thank you.
Oh,
I'm just
Jesse.
saying Jesse. Yeah,
Got
Jesse.
it. Okay, yeah.
So I was wondering, like, to this day, like, I mean, like, do you feel the guys like me who went to summer school, like, coming up to you, because you're kind of like our guy. I don't know what
Yeah.
he's like the guy that made it, man.
Yeah, the guy who made it out.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
The fucking
I love
degenerate
Jesse.
guy.
I mean, I really do. I
love Jesse.
love that guy so much. I mean, really, he has such a big, big part of me. I miss him. I do.
No.
And I miss you all. I miss the show. It's just so. What's that? I'll bring it back. Well, man. I mean, Vince.
Am I allowed to ask? Is there a chance that maybe a cast member who I may or not be talking to right now has a chance of being on Better Call Saul at some point, or possibly?
I think there's an excellent chance of any and all these folks showing
I think there's definitely a chance that Bob Odenkirk is going to be on Better Call Saul. That's a done deal, I think, really. Giancarlo? Yeah.
I will say, because Peter and I mentioned it on an interview we did earlier today, because we never want to jerk you guys around and play games with you. You will not see Walt or Jesse in season 4 of Better Call Saul. And, not to be a downer, but just, don't we hate jerking folks around. We don't want to say, oh, yeah, it can happen. And then you wait the whole season and it never happens. But I would suspect that we'd be sorely remiss if these characters didn't appear in the show before it ended. So, but we love all these guys. But that's why we're still.
Don't forget, Agent Schrader. Is this on? Hello.
All right, there you go.
Hi, Agent Schrader knows Saul. Remember the first time they meet? So
that's right. That's right. He seems to. You guys seem to have a healthy dislike for each other the very first time you're on camera together. Yeah.
True.
Let's find
I
out.
haven't watched Better Call Saul yet.
Oh, we have a question here for Betsy. It said you said in past interviews one of the most frequently asked questions you get from fans is why does Marie wear the color purple? Was that your idea? Can you talk about where that idea came from?
Kathleen DeToro, our costume designer for the pilot in first 5 seasons?
Most of the run, yeah.
Most of the show.
Wonderful costume designer.
She gave everybody a color, so we all had these colors, and I just really,
Skylar was blue.
On the page, so I was working with what I got.
Marie was
I think if Marie
purple.
has a color, it is her color. I think she is tightly wound. I think that she's slightly obsessive, mostly because just the way that Vince would describe her when I met with you. I also realized during the pilot, because Vince was really tired and he had a lot going on, and it seemed like if I asked him when he was really, had a lot of, was in the middle of everything, you would kind of agree. I got 2 things. I got purple, which really came to bite me in the ass by season 4. It was like, what else could I wear that's purple or have in my home? And then my job.
Yes, tell him about that. Yeah.
I went up to Vince and I said, what do you think she does for a living? And he said, I don't know. What do you think? And I said, well, I think that she's an X-ray technician, maybe an insurance adjuster, but I think X-ray technician, and that's what I got.
I love the specificity of it.
Damn, she just said,
I don't even remember the insurance.
and she was
company.
like, okay, yeah.
I think she's an X-ray technician.
I wanted her to be.
How can you not love that?
I wanted her to have something in medicine, but I didn't want her to be a doctor or nurse. I wanted her to be able to have a chip on her shoulder, and it worked out. And I also thought she would dress up like she's going to the disco when she was around sick people.
I see. Purple's the color of majesty, royalty. I think that's part of it too. I think.
True. Yes, it is.
RJ's wearing purple.
All right, Anna, I got a question. As far as these are all just literally nerd questions I've always had. Just as far as as you're watching the show develop, obviously, your character doesn't know what your husband is doing, but you know it. How did you feel did you guess the direction that was going to go, that she was going to kind of get on board? Because that always shocked me, because I was thinking, of all the things that you could be doing behind your wife's back, cooking nationwide levels of meth is up there on blowing up the relationship. I don't know how you have that little sit down with your wife, all right. I think you started off, okay, I'm not screwing around on you. However, you haven't been out of the house lately, have you?
Yeah. Well, when I first talked to Vince, actually, when I was going
I don't know if this is so
Skylar,
overexposed
he
right
was telling me
here.
a lot
I don't
more
know
about
if I should
her
leave
and
it like
where she
that,
went,
or
just a
should I
general thing.
just...
And he said, she'll be like Carmela Soprano, but she'll be in on the crime. That's it. And I went, okie doke. And besides the fact that it was such a brilliant, amazing pilot script. So that's all I knew, and that was it. And the sort of drawing out Skylar's, because
she is kind of like Carmela.
And she knows, where's he? He's disappearing. His stories are odd. There's stuff going on.
She's smarter than Carmela. Carmela actually, she didn't want to know, I feel like, what Tony was doing. He was like, I don't want to know. Do what you gotta do. She knew he was doing some fuck shit.
Yes. When you went to play her, she doesn't know where she's going.
Absolutely.
But Skylar was like, no, I'm going to help.
You are so smart, and that
you
is
do
a large
it.
part of the reason why Skylar is so smart. And it was the hardest. It was kind of
Yeah,
fun to keep it
Skylar
going,
is
as long as we
smart.
could, where Skylar doesn't know what her husband Walt is up to. But at a certain point, we looked at each other. We thought we could make it go another 6 months or so, and then we said to each other, we had a come to Jesus meeting in the writers' room. We just said we can't keep it a secret from Skylar anymore, because it's just not believable that this woman played by this brilliant actress would just at a certain point it's silly. And so it forced us to get to that sooner. And by the way, that's good advice to any writers out there. Don't get too in your own head about where you want your character or your story to go. You got to listen to your characters. They talk to you when you're typing away, and they're telling you things. And the actors who embody these characters they're not necessarily literally telling you things, but you're learning a lot from them, and you gotta go with the flow. And yeah.
I thought the advice you were going to give is, if you're cooking meth, tell your wife right away. Just don't wait.
Yeah.
On it. It'll just be a mess.
Yeah, don't wait.
Well, along those lines, as far as you were talking about where you write, do you remember what was the hardest thing you had to let go in the room of, an idea you had? You're like, no, guys, this is it, and people just no, we're not feeling it, and you actually had to just let that go.
Oh man, that's yeah. No, but that wasn't hard to let go though. Yeah.
What one was that one?
That was we were going to kill off. You guys know the story. We were
Kill
going to
off Jesse.
Jesse at the end of season 1 because he would have gotten helped Walt get his entree into the meth world, and then having served his purpose, we'd kill him off horribly, which would propel us into sorry, I'm getting too close. Into season 2, and Walt would be very upset, and Walt would want. But that was such a no-brainer to not kill off this beautiful young man.
I'm so happy that didn't happen.
I have a question?
Did you find out? Did you know when you got the acting gig? Did you know that you were going to get killed off? And
No, I thought I was going to be on the show until we were done. When I was hired, and then towards the end of the first season, Vince is like, "Hey, I want to tell you something." He was having lunch with some of the other writers, and
she was not good.
And he goes, "Hey, I want to let you know, we were going to kill you at the end of this season." And we still had 2 more episodes
no,
left to shoot.
please.
And my heart just started pounding, and I'm like, "Oh my God, it's happening," I'm going to die eventually, just not at the end of the season. But no, then he told me, like, no, we just changed that whole.
I thought I was doing you a favor. I thought, and this guy's got to tell what he did next.
Oh
I
my
thought I
God,
was
this
doing you a favor because I was saying, no, man, no, it's cool. This is how good you are. We love you so much. You're so good that we would never do that.
I have a question. Can I ask a question of
Yes,
the panel?
absolutely.
Hi, Betsy Brand. I play Marie Schrader. This is for Vince Gilligan. When did you decide that you wanted to go a different way and you wanted to keep Jesse forever and ever?
See, it's funny because this is like Rashomon. I remember it being like on the, and maybe it was later in the first season. I remember saying this to you like one or two episodes into the first season. I remember telling you even sooner, and I thought I was doing you a favor. Yeah. But tell him what. So I think it was pretty early on that because this guy is just so wonderful. It's just like there's no way we're.
I love you.
But then Brian's got to tell you guys what.
Oh my God.
What he did then with the, always,
I don't know if I liked
Yeah.
the filter
I
on
would get hold of
here.
the script and tell, even if I didn't read it first, I would walk up to Aaron and go,
Did you read it?
oh man.
No, he's like, hey, he came up to me the first time he did it. He comes up to me and just gives me a really long, exaggerated hug. And it's just not letting me go. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, hey man, it's been a fun ride, right? And I go, what do you mean? He's like, I thought you read the script, right? I go, no. He's like,
shoot.
oh.
No,
And then he just walks away. I run into the production office. I'm like, where is the script? He's like, it's not available yet. I'm like, no, please God, tell me. And I read it and I was alive still.
Prank.
There was a section.
Epically pranked, dude.
Sorry if I made a mistake. Wow.
There was another time where they take a fitting. Or we need to measure you.
That's
for
actually
the,
hilarious. He's
coffin.
so funny.
I'm like a coffin. They're like, oh, you don't know that.
Forget I said that. Forget it. You're going to be cremated. Don't worry about it.
All right, we got to go to the Q&A, but I want to make sure, I'm trying to get to everybody. Dean, I had a question for you, and once again, huge fan. Well, how much fun was it? I just loved your character on it, the lack of confidence and the panic attack, yet he was so qualified to do the job. And you run into so many people like that in life that could do something if they believed in it. And I don't know that I ever really saw a character like that on television. I just want to as an actor, could you just say what it was like to play a guy like that?
Yeah, well, it's interesting that I guess Anna was so smart that they couldn't write it so that she'd figure it out. I don't know what that says about me.
Well, the show
You
was
still
over.
can't figure it out. I guess I was adult, so they said, hey, let him, couldn't figure it out to the end or something.
Yeah.
I stepped into that one.
Well, actually, I thought what they really did something really well was
Piece
that
of
they
hair in
made
my
it believable
car
to
and
me
my
that he
keyboard.
didn't figure it out. I thought that was really smart writing.
Get
I
the fuck
always thought
out of here.
That a smart DEA agent, even in this situation, wouldn't have figured that out until when he did figure it out.
And then just how you figured it out, just the whole
On
metaphor.
a can, man.
Sitting on the can, the whole moment. There was so many great, all of that stuff.
I was worried he was going to die then. Do you remember we were shooting at the house and everything was redacted and it's just he's on the can and I was like, oh my God. I said, Vince, please tell me Hank is not going to die. Some very sad Elvis Presley death on the can. So close to the end of the series, like let him
Was
live.
that a big thing for all of you guys? Would you always look at the script like, am I going to die in this one, depending on your storyline?
Yeah, well, you never know, It's,
all right, well, before we open it up, I just want to thank you once again, Vince, for giving me the roles. It was incredible. And all of you guys, okay, I didn't get to you, man. When your moment when you, like, F you killed Hank. I'll never forget that. The stillness, the way you played Gus. I love all of it. You guys are geniuses. One more time. Round of applause. There you go. All right, now we get to open it up to the fans here. First question, sir. What do you got?
Yeah, this is for
This
Vince
is a
Gilligan.
really pretty
You referred
picture.
to Breaking Bad as a sociological experiment. What were the results?
This? No, it's funny. You're right. I did. It's been a long time since I used that expression, but I was really young and stupid when I said this because what I meant at the time specifically was I never knew the show would turn into this. I never knew it would turn into a tiny, teeny fraction of this, and I wanted to see if we could start with a character who was very empathizable, sympathizable, a guy we love, a guy we rooted for, and if we could shake off all of the
and
fans of
just
the show
turn
one
him
by
into
one
a
with dog
demon.
picks. Just week in and week out, have everybody say,
It's actually pretty. It's pretty good.
But man, he went too far this week. Well, I hung on for another season. I don't know what I was thinking trying to shake off viewers, but I will say the harder we tried, the tighter you guys hung on. And I mean, and he's a fascinating character. I mean, he's just and all credit to Bryan Cranston for. Any other actor, any other actor, no matter
These
how
pictures are
talented.
insane.
And by the way, what a murderer's row of talent on this stage with these actors, just the best ever. But Bryan is so. I don't know how he did it, but he kept you guys hanging in there when.
Yeah, I don't know how he did it
Rights,
either, bro.
when
He's
paper
actually
lost you.
insane.
He's the reason you how was it past tense? You hanged on, whatever. You just hung in there. You stuck around. So God bless you, man.
All right. Okay. Yes.
Hi. First off, I just want to say congratulations, Aaron, on becoming a dad, and thank you all for making the greatest TV show ever. And my question is, what was the most hardest or most frustrating scene to film in the series?
That's a good question. I want to hear from this handsome young man in the middle. What was the hardest scene, RJ? I'm talking to you, RJ. Talking to you.
Young, RJ, young.
What would you say?
No, I think everything was very well written. We fell into it, and it really absorbed us. I think for me personally was when Walt Jr. finds Walt, and me and Brian had a conversation that night about just the emotional level of that. And my grandfather had emphysema at the time, and he passed, and it was kind of that same conversation was happening in this moment, just with cameras. But it was tough because you have to bring those emotions back and kind of have to let them go. So for me personally, that was kind of one that just kind of always stuck out in my mind and just kind of always reminded me of just life and death and all that. And I think it's a good duality of what we had of Breaking Bad and life and death and growth. And then that was that scene. So yeah.
Good answer. Yeah.
Okay, next up.
First, I want to say thank you to all of you for raising the bar for television. has to, has to say that. I have two quick questions for Vince. With such a diverse universe, are we ever going to see life post Breaking Bad for Jimmy or a pre Better Call Saul for Gus? And for Brian and Aaron, in your Omaze vid, you mentioned a reboot, but what about a reboot for Malcolm in the Middle with Aaron as your long lost son?
I'm dead.
Gotta start with that one.
I mean, I would be so down.
Yeah, not so much. No. Yeah, there's something. Thank you for the comments. First of all, we're all very proud of our show and Better Call Saul, and I think in some ways it's best to leave it alone. That you want to think back on it favorably and say, I don't want to mess with it. It was a perfect opportunity for all of us. It changed
It was
all of our lives.
perfect.
And this man on the end here, Giancarlo Esposito, was. He changed many lives on our show, actually. But he changed our lives for the betterment, and he is a brilliant storyteller. He guided us through. Basically, it was one big trust exercise. All of us on here and on Better Call Saul signed up to say, take us on a journey. We fell back into his arms, and he carried us all the way. That's what he did. He changed all. Yeah.
Legend, bro.
Yes, hi.
I just wanted to ask, well, first I want to say that I'm a huge fan of Breaking Bad and the prequel Better Call Saul. And my question is, which actors had the most creative input and what did they bring to the table?
I was going to say, who's your favorite?
I wanted Marie to be yellow, and she. We had. Then you would. No, they all had equal creative input, and they're all brilliant actors, and it was just an absolute pleasure working with all of them. And here's other than there's input in a couple ways. They're saying, oh, I have a question about this line or whatnot, and our door was always open. When I say the writers and myself, but there's something else that needs to be stressed. Every one of these wonderful actors on this stage brought
It's an
themselves
interesting
into
photo,
these roles in ways that
actually.
I'm not even sure they are fully aware of. And by that I mean I'll just give you and I could go down the line except we don't have enough time. But just to start with the gentleman right next to me here. Jesse Pinkman, aside from the fact we would kill him, you watch that first episode, the character's kind of a little, I mean, he's not that, and that's the way I wrote it. The only time I ever worked on the show all by myself was when I wrote that first episode, and it's, to my mind, the least good episode, because I didn't have that collaborative, wonderful thing with all the writers, and I didn't have these guys, because we hadn't cast them yet. The character after that first episode, he turns into this multi-layered, complex, interesting, troubled, wonderful, beautiful character. I mean, he's still a bad guy, he's still a meth dealer, but he has a soul, and he's in a sense, he's one of the multiple moral consciences of the show, other than Skyler and other than Hank. He's the guy in the midst of the meth trade who actually is kind of a moral voice. None of that would have happened if Aaron wasn't Aaron. We took cues, unbeknownst to them sometimes, we took cues off these actors. We infused these characters' writing with their actual personalities, even if they didn't know it at the time, and they made the show richer, more complicated,
Hell
more
yeah,
interesting, they made
dude.
the storytelling deeper and better. And if it weren't for them, the show, if we just stuck with the sort of less dimensional stuff I was writing all by myself, I don't think we would have been invited here to talk to you guys today. So thanks to
Oh
all of
no,
them.
my laptop.
Oh, yes, sir. Next up.
All right. My question's for Bryan Cranston. Since we touched on Malcolm in the Middle, I just was wondering if there was anything from your character in Malcolm in the Middle that you brought to Walter White.
The underwear.
I'm dead.
Which I'm still wearing. And it's 2 sizes too small now. I'm a little bindy.
Hey, if we're going to be talking about other shows, too, when did you come up with the idea for BoJack Horseman? Were you doing the show during the time of the show?
Well,
By the way, I love his house. The pool off the cliff. I mean, it's a
Thank
dream house.
you. Well, it wasn't my idea, but sadly, no. Right when I wrapped Breaking Bad, the moment I wrapped Breaking Bad, I read this. It was a 6 or 7 page spec, and they asked if I wanted to kind of sign on to develop and produce and star in it, and then we just pitched it around. So found a home at Netflix, but yeah.
Opportunities like
I
that.
watched BoJack first before Breaking
Very lucky,
Bad.
very lucky. Yeah. Go God.
All right, next question.
Hi, my question's for Vince. I was wondering, when you were thinking about spin-off projects, did you always know that you wanted to explore Saul's character, or did you think that maybe like Jesse's character deserved a little prequel?
Any of these characters represented by these actors up here could have their own spin-off. Not saying they all will. Don't take that. But just because we run out of.
I want a Hank spin-off.
Anything's possible. But the Saul Goodman thing started. Bob, you should talk about this. What was your? I mean, it kind of started as a joke in the writers'
didn't
room.
help at all. But it was somebody made a wisecrack when we did the first scene with me and Brian in the Saul office that, can I get a job on the sequel? And everyone laughed. I think it's because it was kind of an outsized character for a kind of a guest role to come in and be that big and loud. And it kind of stood out a little bit. And but then it really was the next year that you came to me in the office and said, hey, you think there's a show there? I think there might be a story to tell about that guy. And I really, somebody asked us in our panel too, is like how much we help with the story. I don't help at all. I don't help.
Bro
because,
just shows up.
These guys are so good at writing this stuff, and I would not like to make it worse. I like it being great. So
I don't like this
I also
dome
didn't help
part
with the
right
sequel
here.
or the prequel or whatever we're doing. I just stood on the sidelines, and Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould, who wrote the first episode,
Colors
that
are
featured
very
the character
pretty,
of Saul
though.
in Breaking
I
Bad.
don't know what's going on
an
with the
episode called Better Call
earpiece.
Saul. They wrote, created, and invented entirely the show Better Call Saul, and I am an actor who was hired to play the part, and I'm lucky to have gotten it. I didn't help at all.
No.
All right, The Dark Knight. What do you got?
You're right. Gus, definitely Batman approves. No, I just was wondering, all you guys, last year in Fear the Walking Dead, there was a little Easter egg related to Heisenberg. I was just wondering if you guys knew anything about the Walking Dead crossover theories and if there was anything
Crossover theories with Walking Dead. Shut up.
Yeah, the
Get
theory
this
of,
stupid
that
Walking Dead
Walter
shit
White
out of
told.
here,
You know about this, right?
bro.
The Walter White's meth, his product is actually the cause of the zombie.
I'm
The zombie
dead.
And Walt is dead now, so he could be a zombie right now, right?
You never know.
Walt Heisenberg zombies.
And the idea of the meth.
My agents are out here. We should talk about that.
I'd watch it. That was a kick hearing that because that's two great shows. Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead. I got a big kick out of it.
Walking Dead's not that great.
Yeah, I don't know where it started, but I love it.
It was good when it started out, but now it's ass.
okay.
It's like,
Right
what
on.
are we doing?
Get
Is
the
it still
microphone.
going? Like, I don't even know.
I love it.
Next. Thanks. For people that are trying to learn about the process of storytelling, first to Vince, what is the purpose of telling the story? Because I'm trying to think, especially when you mentioned that some of the characters' directions changed as you were writing. Do you start out with a purpose, or are you just simply trying to tell the story, or a story that you're allowing to evolve? And if there is a purpose, I was hoping you could share that. And same also with Brian and Aaron. How do you guys view the purpose of the story of these characters?
Always great to find a new photographer. Oh, thank you for the follow.
What we ever did on our best days in the writers' room is we said to ourselves over and over again, where's Walter White's head at right now, right this minute in the story? As we try to figure out how to move forward, where's Walt's head at? What does he want? What obstacle is arrayed against him? Because that's the heart of drama is that every character wants something, and in drama there's always something arrayed against that character getting what he or she wants, and we did that with all the characters: Walter White, Jesse Pinkman, Skylar White, on down the line. It was always a question of what is arrayed against that character.
What do you think of this picture right here? How to
How
edit what I'm working on?
10,000 times a day, and then
Ooh, that's too much. I'm working on. I took photos of a local high school musical, which was The WIZ.
Where Jesse pilots a blimp in this episode. I don't know how we'll get him to get into the cockpit of the blimp because he's scared.
So
we'll make it happen.
I'm just gonna pause this for a second because I can't hear myself. Photography tag. Oh yeah, I should do that. That makes sense. Because, well, at night I stream games, and during the day I stream photo editing, so it's like I have to fix the tags for the daytime stream compared to the nighttime stream. Yeah, but this is from the WIZ, which was like, I don't know. My boyfriend does music, so he gets hired to do like music for high school musicals. And then I come in there with my camera and sneakily take pictures when no one's paying attention. And yep, that's it. That's what this is. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, fuck. The photo community? I didn't even know there was a photo community on Twitch, honestly. I had no idea. Is there really a photo community? Eh. Oh, shit. Oh, thanks, dude. Oh, there's a Discord, too? Photo family Discord? Is that just for, like, Twitch, or is that just, like... Okay, yeah, that sounds lit. Yeah. Photo streams channel is packed. Oh, shit. I didn't even know that. Oh, my God. I didn't know people were out here actually. I was just doing this because I was like, well, I feel like I'm doing it by myself in my room, and I might as well just stream it. You know, that's what my train of thought was. Okay. That sounds lit. I might join the Discord. Discord. I didn't know other people were also doing this. Well, I didn't really look up to see if anyone else was doing it, but... Oh, yeah, I have links off in my chat because people send weird links sometimes. Hold up. I have it right here. Alright, yeah, I'll definitely join the Discord. Discord. Hold up, do I even have Discord open on my computer? I don't. The fuck is it? Oh, wait, what? Okay, well. It's right, here. Alright, thank you for sending me the link. True. Do 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 do. Why am I not logged in on here? I can just do this on my laptop. Alright, I'll do that later. I'm gonna finish my edit here. Shots are looking dope. Thank you. Yeah, this one came out pretty interesting. The colors and everything. Oh, that's her bandana. That's what that is. I thought her ear like. No, that's the bandana. Oh shit. Okay. I don't know if you ever watched the WIZ, the movie. This is like when they get like liberated from like the slave fucking factory. Or it's like no, it's not. It's like they're not liberated yet. This is when they get liberated. And then they're all singing and dancing and shit. Yeah, I took these pictures in May, but I have so many pictures to edit all the time that I did this one already. This one looks so cool. There's the Tin Man. Oh god, that's kind of scary actually. Yeah, I like doing photos like this with the musical and everything. I keep having to beg my boyfriend. I'm like, please, I want to go to more musicals so I can take more pictures. And he's like, no, I'm gonna get in trouble. And I'm like, no, nobody will know. It's secret. Backlog of edits. Oh, you do? You do musicals or you do like. That's a good one. That's a good shot. And you hear a brand new day. Do 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 do. Opera? Ooh, that would be fun to do opera photos. I like musicals because they like dance a lot and they're like constantly moving. I feel like opera, they don't really dance in opera, right? They just like stand and sing. I would love to do a ballet. Oh my god, that would be so sick if I could do a ballet. Just don't really have like opportunities, I guess. Depends on the opera. Yeah, I guess so. I wanna make that red fucking pop, bruh. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I was listening to an old Breaking Bad fucking Comic-Con reunion panel cuz I just finished watching Breaking Bad for the first time over the weekend. So now I'm like, oh, I could watch all the behind the scenes and everything. Ballet photographer here in Montreal. I would love to. I did shoot an ice skating performance at Busch Gardens in Tampa, and that was like the first time I did like something like that, and the pictures came out so good, and I was like, I have to do this more. Yeah,
Once you do that, then your show is you've kind of shot yourself in the foot. But.
Okay. All right, we got time
it's
for
on 2x speed though.
I have to go quickly because there's a lot of people who want to ask you. First, Brian Vicente, you used to work with my dad. His name is Elliot Webb, if you know him.
Yes, I do, yes.
I'm his son.
Well, say hi to your dad.
Okay, lit.
And also, the question is...
That's my dad.
I'm his son.
I'm his son.
Do you think Breaking
Cool.
Bad will ever become a full-length feature film in Hollywood?
No.
I love that question.
Who just
I love that
messaged me
question.
on Discord, bro?
No, that's a great. Anything's possible. Anything is. We live in a world fraught with possibilities.
Anything is
So,
possible.
yeah, you never know. Okay, yeah, right.
Final question. Okay.
Well, they did the El Camino
thanks for coming out here. Breaking Bad
Camaro
is and will always be
fucking.
my favorite live-action drama ever. So thanks for making this possible.
Bro,
My
who's
question
messaged
is
me
for
on
Bryan
Discord?
Cranston.
Hello?
Years back, I saw in the Golden Globes that you
okay.
were still in character for the show. You have a bald head, the glasses, and the goatee, and it made me wonder. Like off the set, were you still in character to get ready for the next season, or did you stay in that because you were trying to make it the next cool?
I did. I stayed in character the entire time. I never left character. I would go
Oh
out
shit!
and
I
practice
never
killing
left the
people,
character. Oh no!
so that when I did go to work, I really knew what it felt like. And I got to a point where I really enjoyed it. And
Hell yeah!
I'm hoping that the statute of limitations has gone by now. I think, actually, though, I've just made a huge mistake. But thank you for loving the show.
And thank you to all you guys for your great questions. All right. Well, we're not quite finished yet. Vince, evidently, people, one of the great unsung things about the show Breaking Bad was incredible music. In every episode, I know for one that I was always forever trying to, before Spotify, trying to figure out what the hell song that was.
Yeah.
Where did they find that? And I understand there's some sort of music project that you put together.
There is, not me, but our wonderful composer, Dave Porter. I want to give a quick shout out. Dave Porter, who is a big part of the reason the show is as celebrated as it is. Dave has this album out. This is the music from Breaking Bad that Dave composed. I know, you got to, this is it's like the coolest. It's vinyl. It's awesome. And the music is just stellar, as you know, the music that you love. This is available now. And Spotify has a
fucking
there's a
blog,
Spotify
music
playlist
blog.
that now I think is #1 in entertainment and TV related playlist. That was created by Thomas Goljevich, our amazing music
Hate these
supervisor.
little
All the
dots.
stuff's going on now that you can partake
Get
in it.
these dots
These
outta
guys, both these
here.
gentlemen, Thomas and David Thomas, are a big part of the reason.
Any
the
more
show is as good as it is.
dots?
So just want you guys to know about that.
Dots.
And just to let you know, the album's available exclusively
Oh.
at FYE, along with other exclusive 10th anniversary merchandise over at FYE's pop-up shop at the Westfield Horton Plaza. So go over and get it if you want it. I don't know where the hell any of that. I don't know what the hell that just meant, but it's on the sheet. Told me to say that. All right. And also, lastly, before I let these guys go, we have some art. If you guys are complete Maniac fans for the show, remember the cool art project that they did.
Bro,
with
that
Gary
was such a
1988?
short
We've done
panel.
something special again with them for a limited.
All right, what else can I watch? Got me lurking and working. All right, chill, dude. That's chill. To find something else to watch in the background. Did Walter love Jesse more than Flynn in Breaking Bad? Don't call him Flynn. Flynn. Fucking Flynn, dude. Imagine you have a kid and you name your kid after yourself and then he's like, nah, I'm Flynn. What the fuck is a Flynn? Let's watch this video.
Forget the meth empire. The darkest part of Breaking Bad is not the drugs or violence.
Who
It's
is
the
this
twisted
goober?
father-son dynamic of Walter White with his biological son, Walter Jr., or Flynn, and Jesse
Flynn?
Pinkman. Now, I'm Dr. Patrick Kingsep, clinical psychologist, and today we're going to be looking at the 5 most disturbing
Shadows.
father-son dynamics in
All
Breaking
right,
Bad.
this guy's
So
a
what does it mean to be
goober. I'm not watching this. Let's watch some behind the scenes
You have
footage.
the opportunity to do CAR-T, do it.
CAR-T worked for us, and it can work for you too.
No, thank you. 2x speed is crazy.
Let's have Dean, can you stand and mark it, please?
Place your hands behind your head.
I think you probably want to get a little closer. You're going to have him walk back a little bit.
All right, walk back a little bit. Be careful.
When we knew we were going to have
Oh
this
my
shootout
God.
in episode 513, that would ultimately lead to poor Hank's demise and poor Gomez's demise as well. Very early
Hanky.
on, I did my best to ensure that.
Why
Michelle
they
Pfeiffer
gotta
would get
do
to
that
direct
to
that particular
Gomez?
episode.
Gomez is innocent in
Well,
all
today we're at
this.
Hodgley, and today is the day that Hank finally arrests Walt.
Hey, Mark.
This is the day.
Ready, and action. Come ahead, Brian. When Walt comes here, Walt thinks that Jesse has found his money somehow, and he's burning it. And Walt thinks that Jesse's coming, but the last thing in the world that he thinks is that the backup's going to be Hank and Gomez.
That's
And
where he
it is devastating.
miscalculated. And he really thought.
Betrayal from Jesse. You know, he's equally culpable in every single thing.
It's kind of crazy. When I was watching the show, I was like,
these two would be together.
wow. He really miscalculated. Like, he really didn't think Jesse would sell him out like that.
Well, you know, I knew it was coming, and I knew from the beginning of the season that, Vince sat me down and kind of explained the arc. The thing about it is they allow Hank to catch him, because Hank says, all I'm going to do is slap handcuffs on him, and he does. So in a way, his life had meaning in a way, because he did the goal that he wanted to do.
Walter White, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
I loved Hank.
And then, he makes
In the
fun of all
beginning,
his
I
wife,
hated
which
Hank, and then
Hank's
I was
never
like,
good
wait,
because
Hank
she
is
was
actually
doing
fucking
bad stuff every
legit,
all the time.
dude.
Not that I wanted your character to go, but I was happy with how they did it.
Yeah.
I thought it was like it was due Hank, like
Yeah.
due the Hank that we love and respect and count on.
It was a great way to go.
It was due him.
And action.
Come ahead, Chuck. Come ahead.
Who the hell is this? Tribal police?
Jack and his guys pull out, and they all pull out their guns, and Hank and Gomez are out, man. Drop your weapon! And in that moment, Hank knows he's done. He's done for. But he's not going to go down without trying, and he's not going to go down quietly. You're going to start firing though as you're moving in. So you're.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. So you're inching, and then you're going to go fire.
I hate when my photos are grainy though. It pisses me off, but I think it's worth it for this.
Hitting them in the face or the eyes.
Just because it looks so cool.
The truck and we're unloading on them.
We had 6 Nazis and Hank and Gomez. We had 8 people firing guns. We had automatic rifles. We had machine guns. We had a ton of ammunition. And you cannot do
Gomi
something
had the
like this
fucking
without
shoddy for some reason. I don't know why he had a shotgun.
Try to milk it out a little bit. They don't want it to make it look like a massacre. Well, they should have picked different guns. Because this is a massacre. Last week, I took the actors to weapons training. Basically, go through drills with them, through what their scene is going to be. Kind of incorporates the kind of true, realistic what is actually happening.
Fucking Todd, dude. Todd is probably my least favorite character.
If somebody's within 10 feet, they can get injured from the wadding that comes out of those things, or even the ejection of the shells.
When you're firing at human beings, even though it doesn't have a bullet, it still has gunpowder and discharge and compression and all this kind of thing that we learned about.
But this is what you want. You got more.
This is the gun to watch right here. Kenny's gun. It's me.
It's called an AA-12. It's a fully automatic shotgun. So if you just hold that trigger down, it's
Fully automatic shotgun.
Everybody, it's burst, right? Not a full sustain.
How do you get here?
We're fucking dead.
What the fuck?
They have that automatic shot. Bring a blowgun to a gunfight.
You guys are like fucking Nazis. All right, guys, we're going hot.
Holy shit.
Yeah. All right, weapons are going hot. Here we go.
Here we go. Weapons are hot. Kenny. All right, we're going to give Kenny a visual. It means he's going to look at you. He's got a little glance like you're doing very subtle. And then he fires the first shot and you guys all let loose, okay?
For budget and schedule reasons, the final version of the script was basically, at the moment, boom, 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 the firing starts, cut to black. Having said that, Michelle McLaren could not quite contain herself, and she wound up getting quite an amazing shootout.
Here we go. Picture and action.
Damn. They unleashed that shit, bro.
Weapons hot. Staying clear.
first blast.
Feel the excitement.
How did that feel, you guys? We said that was like
That shit's loud as fuck.
The ground is like, what the fuck, man? You don't even have to actually start hearing that stuff, man. You just duck.
Yeah. I had a gun range next to my house. Not a pot of coffee. I'd go right, shoot a couple off. You're all day.
That'll wake you up. It'll wake you up in the morning for sure.
The gunfight created a wound. The band, the holder part of my watch band broke.
What?
So I'm a casualty as well.
What the hell?
As many as we like. More the better.
Run out of ammo.
More the better.
Right.
I need another one.
Okay, that's super loud.
How many Nazis I get before I go down? Should we get one Nazi at least?
You break some windshields up.
I break some windshields? Good shoot.
Damn.
We're firing on the ground to simulate the bullets ricocheting from their weapons in front of camera.
All right, can everybody hear my voice? Anyone that doesn't have to be next to a manned-operated camera must be in a safety zone back behind our vehicles. So what's happening now is we have several.
You really got to be safe with this shit.
Lily and the Crown Vic, a variety of pistol and shotgun blasts that
When
are
you
being
working
shot
with
by Gomez, but of course, they're not
guns.
actually shooting them. Our special effects team has rigged the hoods, the headlights, the windshields, the driver's side door with squibs that we have designed a certain timing and sequence for them to go off. And we have.
I still can't believe that dude fucking killed that girl. It was Alec Baldwin, right? When he killed that girl on the fucking set of that movie. Like how? How do you fuck up like that? Like that is just. You have to have crazy like safety people. Like look how many fucking precautions they're taking on doing this. And they have like how you can't.
But we had a good time doing it.
Insane. I think about that sometimes. I'm like, how did you fuck up that bad?
We ended episode 513 with an incredible shootout directed by Michelle McLaren. We're now here with Ryan Johnson, and when we come back in 514, it's the aftermath.
So let's hang back even longer, guys. We pick up in this eerie calm right after the storm, and so we reveal Hank has been wounded, Gomez is dead and has been shot.
No, Gomi.
I'm gonna get shot. I'm gonna just get fucking shot in the head. That's how it goes out. I just fuck it
Poor
right here.
Gomi.
This is a really sad day. This is a series out for Dean Norris, and he's been here for 6 years since this. He's had this amazing arc of his character.
I made a matcha tea last night. I didn't drink it, but I left. I was stirring it with chopsticks, and I. All right, I think they're good though. I don't think they like got
because he's such
fucked
a
up.
soft gooey. He's got a soft gooey inside. He does. Yeah, he's marshmallow. Yeah, he is very marshmallow.
Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
You made it so. Thanks a lot. Give it a check, right? Kills me and then says it's my fault. Say it ain't so. You know, we've killed main characters on the show before, but this is our first person from our, the core family of
Yeah.
Walter White.
Oh, that was so sad when Hank got fucked. I was so upset that Hank died. Gomi, no.
Shots! No? All right, Dean's down, guys. Here we go. Making a bloody.
it was just so much stuff was coming through because I knew it was my last close-up. I knew it was my last scene of 6 years. I knew all this stuff. And it was saying goodbye to Brian, you know, in real life, and also as Hank to Walt. It was saying goodbye to your show. You contemplate your own death for a moment. And,
No,
and then you say, "All right,
shit.
let's go, take me out."
Damn. You contemplate your own death. That's probably the craziest part. Acting out your own death and then going home and being like, yeah, I'm gonna die actually one day. And I just acted it out. What the fuck?
No, the DA doesn't know about this. And Jack sees Walt for Walt before Walt sees that he's lost that superpower. And you just see everything slipping through Walt's fingers.
Sorry, man. Just no
scenario where this guy lives. My money!
Jack, as a matter of fact, that was what was compelling about it. When somebody is just doing their job, and just their job happens to be murdering people.
Jack, he's direct. I know his point of view. I know what he's thinking. Get rid of the trash, you know, take out the garbage. But for Walt, he can't anticipate that Hank was going to allow himself to be killed.
My name is ASAP Sharif. You need to go fuck yourself.
Hank, he says to me, what do you want me to do, beg? Yes. And he won't do it.
Moira Wally Beckett did such a beautiful job giving him such a strong and brave exit where, you know, he's still
Poor
full of
Hank.
pride, he's true to his character, you know, he's not giving in to Walt, he's not giving in to, you know, these Nazis surrounding him with guns. He, you know, he goes out on his own terms.
Man.
Do what you're gonna do.
Oh.
It was just a moment where sometimes you just feel it, you know, it's all quiet, you know. And instead of saying cut, Ryan goes, now that's how you die.
On one take, Norris.
And I saw Moira just like this, you know, I was like, okay, I affected her too.
That's great. That was great. That was great.
So it felt good, you know, and it felt like that it just all came together. And it wasn't, but it was more than just the moment of the death itself, because it really was the death of the show for me. That was, I walked off and was done.
Man. I don't like it. It's sad. I haven't seen Better Call Saul yet, so I don't want to get spoiled on that. Super Sweet 60. This was 9 years ago. What is this? So he's almost 70 now? Oh. He looked good.
Turning 60 in a few weeks, and my super sweet 60th has to be turned.
Has to be turned. I want a sweet 60. I never had a sweet 16. I kind of want a sweet 60.
Award-winning actor. I'm sexy. I'm cute. And I love the spotlight.
I'm
Despite my
sexy.
success,
I'm
I still live
cute.
home with my mother and father in Canoga Park, California. I'm a little superstar. Well, have you two booked a party planner or what?
I'm meeting with him tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
We're meeting with a party? No. This is my party.
Somebody got to watch the budget.
Budget? Dad, this is my time to shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.
Oh my god.
I swear to God, if my parents make me plan this party like I'm a poor person, I will lose.
Like I'm a poor person.
I will be lost. Like,
We need you to be reasonable.
reasonable? Were you reasonable in skipping my Broadway debut because of your dialysis? Did either of you think about my feelings?
Oh, Brian.
Just set up the party planner. Try to be good parents. Get away from me.
Brian can be difficult, but deep down, he's really a sweet boy.
Oh.
He's an ass. Say it. Write it down.
Who's ready to party?
Too much.
A party planner. I plan parties for Lohan,
Ew. I hate these fucking
and I'm very much looking forward to meeting Brian.
hosts. I never watch fucking late night Jimmy Kimmel. Like I can't stand these bitches.
He's dead.
I'm so sorry.
Ooh, that
Yeah,
looks
there's
interesting.
Showbiz. You're in showbiz.
That's what I
Lights,
already
camera,
have.
Cranston. Hello, everyone.
How original. No.
Well, this is one that's called Hats Off to Brian, and people would wear different hats, like fedoras.
You are the limp of ideas. I couldn't believe what he was proposing. I mean, I need to make sure that Jimmy sees my vision crystal clear. My sweet 60 has to be ferocious. Do you understand? Okay.
Did he just say ferocious? He did. Ferocious. I'm so glad you said that, because I do have one more idea. We didn't make a poster for it, but get this. The Brian King. Like the Lion King, but with your name in place of the word lion.
Is this too
Lion,
much?
the king of
I
the
don't
jungle.
know.
Roar.
I'm dead.
Roaring your way into 60.
Okay.
Roaring your way into
And
60.
we get a lion.
A real lion?
A real lion.
Yes. Yes, of course. Yes.
No, I mean one that actually ate some people.
You're looking at that.
How'd they kill that?
He's Mexican.
And one with a crown.
Because you'd be the king, I mean.
Brian, I need the budget.
Ryan, honey, the bucket. Shut up, Mom.
Yeah, Mom.
He does the scary voice so good.
This is your Mufasa. Was he the good one, Mufasa? Yeah, he was. This is your Lion King.
The Brian King. Now, music.
Yes, music. I love that too.
I want Cisco.
Cisco?
Cisco. The thong song, hello.
Oh, yeah, the thong Yes.
The thong song.
Such a good song. I think we have a party.
That's thong, 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 thong. We're a thong-wearing family. We all wear
Oh,
thongs.
show us your
Oh.
thongs.
Okay, that's
I am
fucking
fully right now. Fully. In addition to Jimby and the crown handler, my bestie, B.O., is coming over to help me pick out the most bomb-ass outfit ever.
No, that looks like ass.
My boy Brian looked tight.
Salmon.
You look like a sleepy refugee. That hat's too heavy. Yo, that's rat tight.
Yeah. And my balls are not giving me cancer, are they?
That's perfect, so.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes!
Are you ready to try on some crowns?
I am.
I want to try on some too.
No. It's my day. It's my day.
May I put this on your head, Your Majesty?
You may.
Ooh, that looks
You look
interesting.
More.
2.
More.
No, wait. 3. There can't be more than that.
Another one. Give me another one. Give me another one.
Oh my god.
No way.
I want another one.
They're stacked so high.
I want another crown.
It's not safe.
It's my party!
Oh my god. His face. He's actually really funny, this guy.
Did you find a crown?
I found 5, Dad.
Do you need our help picking one out?
Well, I'm not picking one out. I would never be taken seriously if at my own party I wear the same crown all night.
Well, Brian, please, between the crowns and the car you want, we can't afford it.
If my parents mention the budget one more time, I am going to pop off. It's the crown and the Lambo. Okay, that's all I asked for. And the party, that's it. And Cisco, and that was it. And you guys are so selfish.
You got kung fu for your boy. That's enough of that. Boom.
You are ruining my party, and you are ruining my life.
Okay, you can have 3 crowns.
5.
Okay, 5. We're gonna be dead soon anyway.
We're gonna be dead soon anyway, I'm dead. Alright, I think this is good enough. I don't know.
It's the day. It's time to party.
Party. Oh.
I cannot wait to see my people's faces when they see me make my grand entrance.
Yes. Yo, this sounds like a lit party, dude. Oh! That's really funny.
Everything stops. Where is Jimby?
Who?
I need to see Jimby right now. Jimby! Jimby! Are you having fun, my birthday king? No. There is a big sign across my birthday stage that says the Brian King, and that is not how I spell my name. It's B-R-Y-A-N. Well, we went with Ion,
Same.
like Lion, the Lion King. Let's get another crown on your head. I think this will make you much happier. It says Brian.
Brian.
Oh, the spelling is wrong.
No, you ruined the whole party.
Okay, I'm gonna come back here and pretend that I wasn't here. I'll just... So far, this has been the worst night of my life, and I don't know how it can get any worse. No, 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 no. No. You know what? Bitch is not going to poach my look at my party, okay? Go home and change. Are you serious? Go home and change. Go home and change right now. Funny, Brian. I carried your ass for 6 years, and you're not going to steal my thunder now. Go home and change. Well, I'm going to have my dad throw your ass out. You're going to have your dad throw me out? Yeah. How do you like that? Dad? Boom.
Alright, I'm working too much on this picture. I gotta move on. I gotta move on. Lord.
Oh, wow, you really threw me out. Just well. What? Hey, you know what? You know what I told you? I said I love Trumbo. Yeah. Guess what? I didn't even see it. Oh no! I didn't see Trumbo. Yeah. Hey,
Trumbo?
Yeah. Yeah. Bye.
Eh.
I'm walking. Okay. Go. What? Yeah. I wore a vest, and Brian knows it.
Yo, I want a party like this. This seems like fun, dude.
Hey, everybody! Is everyone having a wild time?
No! He said no!
Happy birthday to you! No, 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 stop singing! No one but Cisco sings at my party. Do you want to blow those out? Yes!
Oh, the car!
Get out of my way! Get out of my way! Get out of my way!
Alright, I'm done. I'm fucking around too much.
Lift me up like Simba. I feel like a king. Brian, we have one more surprise for you. Pop the hood. No.
Pop the hood, bitch.
Pop it. I was in that truck for like 45 minutes.
Purple Geralt. Yep, that's a good name for
Do
this.
you want to sing? Sure. Yeah.
Oh, he talked about the thong guy. Yes. Oh wait, that's copyright. Okay. That thong. Yo, that's a good song though. All right, I have to go pee. I'm gonna piss. I'm gonna be right back. Ending. No, I pressed the ending button. I didn't mean to press it. Okay, be right back button. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm back. What should I watch now? Walt's perfect finale. 100 hidden details. 100 hidden details.
I'm not coming back. Not after tonight.
You really shouldn't come back. That's why.
Each week we break down another Breaking Bad episode in order, and we've reached the end. After 61 episodes
Oh,
over
wow.
14 months, season 5, episode 16, Felina. And for this series finale episode alone, I've got 100 details you might not know.
Isn't this awesome?
It's wonderful.
And thanks to Rocket Money for sponsoring today's video. More about them later. This episode number 62 is the longest episode other than the pilot. Coincidentally, element number 62 on the periodic table is samarium, used to treat lung cancer. We begin a couple hours after Granite State ended and discover that the Volvo Walt takes to Albuquerque is a random unlocked one that he steals. At the time of the episode 1 flash forward, though, they figured that the Volvo would
Should
be
I
Walt's.
watch
They
all
even
the
considered him
fucking-
having a new wife and new job teaching chemistry at a learning annex.
I'm
One
dead.
of many alternate timelines we'll talk about.
That
in
would
this
have been
video.
crazy.
For all the times, especially this season, where it was
Alright,
cold
which
and
one should I
everyone had
do
to act
next?
warm, here's one time where Brian was hot and had to act cold.
No
They're
way.
indoors, so the snow is fake, and Brian had a container of dry ice in his mouth to make the visible breath. This is very dangerous, so never attempt this yourself.
Yeah, you can't put dry ice in your mouth. Oh my god.
Walt discovers that hot wiring a car is hard. The lights were a contraption manually pushed by the crew. This bookends the
Ooh.
series with sirens heading toward Walt but driving past. Vince
Who we talking
pointed
to?
out that it's like Walt's praying, but he doesn't know who he's praying to.
Yeah, who's he
originally
talking to
had
in
more
that
dialogue
moment?
as if he were talking to God.
You want this? You wouldn't have brought me all this way if you didn't.
Nevertheless, his prayers are answered, which is extremely lucky. What are the chances? Is this something people do in New Hampshire in 2010? It's like leaving a key under your doormat. Vince described this as Walt having the devil's luck. As we know,
The devil's luck.
He's
He is
The
luckier.
script
He
says
does
Walt
have a
notices the
crazy
driver's side
luck
visor was a
stat.
bit lower than the other one, and
His
you can
luck
see it in his
stats are
eyes.
like
Also, the Just
maxed
for Today
out.
keychain is from Narcotics Anonymous that commemorates the first day of clean living.
I'm
That's a
dead.
bit of a callback to Jane and a bit ironic if this is really parked outside the bar.
Yeah.
That knock on the window was Brian's idea, and it worked out great. And now that Marty Robbins cassette is playing. The song is El Paso, the inspiration for the episode's title. It's about a woman named Felina and echoes the plot of this episode, so let's save that for the end. They spelled it differently simply
I don't
because this
know
way it's
which
an
one of these I
anagram of
wanna
finale.
edit.
It also happens to be Spanish for feline or cat-like, which could reference Walt's
Alright, what
ability
is
to
going on
evade
with Bridge? I
authority.
swear
There's
Adobe
a very
Bridge
popular belief that this also represents the elements iron, lithium,
does it just oh wait. I'm not even on my live yet. Well, good thing I didn't edit anything. I swear Adobe Bridge is a menace to my life. It just shits itself all the time. I don't know which one I want to edit next. Huh. This one's interesting. It's very dark. Oh, I already edited this one. Let me just look at this for a second. Let me just take a look. See what I can do here. Sometimes I just like to look. Obviously, I'm not going to go that bright. Let me see that thong. That thong, 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 thong. I don't know. Does this have potential? I don't think so. It's very grainy. No, 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 no. Okay, why are you not moving? Hello? Jesus Christ. No, just leave it. Just. Oh, I forgot to do this. Fuck. Just leave it alone. I don't even know if I like this picture enough to even keep this edit. You see that lag? My stream is lagging because of a fucking Adobe bridge. I mean, I kind of like how long it is. And then this little thing, it looks like a little fairies right there. Like a little, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a slight edit on this.
Sodium, meaning blood, meth, and tears. But this has never been confirmed and has some problems. Although lithium can be used to synthesize
Blood, meth, and
that's not
tears?
how they do it in Breaking Bad.
It's just basic chemistry.
Also, sodium is a
basic
better
chemistry.
fit for sweat than tears, although there is some in both. This gas station is in, although about 40 miles away from the iconic Ozymandias location, and we're connected back to episode 1. In the bright sunlight, that prop money looks super fake. He puts the pills in his pocket so they're there in the Denny's flash forward. The clouds changed quite a bit here, but this does happen a lot in the series.
Hello, this is David Lynn from the New York Times.
You know, for all the attention I've given Saul, Mike, and Marie for their aliases, Walt has many as well. There's
Heisenberg, Walt Jackson.
Mr.
Walt Jackson.
Mayhew. The Maestro. Adolf. Grandpa Anus. Nick the Great.
Walter?
Chemistry.
And now,
David Lynn. I figured
David
we'd do
Lynn?
the interview by phone
Walter?
since they've already left New York. But what
Walter
we'd
is
really
his
love
most
to get is a
iconic
photo
alias.
of Mr. and Mrs. Schwartz to go along with the article.
his nodding during his last over-the-phone lie reminds me of the way he acted during the earliest lie we see. I find it odd that he's using the opposite ear, though.
They'll be home tonight. Now, the address I have on them is Upper Canyon Road. Is that still? No, it isn't. Oh.
I love how they work this in. It's fitting because it shows them reaching higher levels of success, but also
Yeah,
this was required because they were not allowed back in this wealthy neighborhood in Los Ranchos. After this episode, the HOA banned all future TV and movie filming. They almost used this house for the new Schwartz
really?
Manor, but saved it for Big Ricky in Better Call Saul instead.
Huh.
Fun fact about this scene from Gray Matter. A neighbor would run their wood chipper out of spite every time they started filming, so the crew switched to saying cut for action and action for cut to fool the neighbor, and it worked.
Oh my god, there was a neighbor that was trying to fuck over the
Brian
show?
confirmed this
What
is
a
wig.
dickhead.
It looks so
Yo,
realistic
relax,
to me.
bro.
And
They're
here's
not
the
gonna be
final
here
loose end to
forever.
tie up that answers why Walt wasn't wearing his watch in the episode 1 flash forward. They added this part simply for continuity. This was the last thing they shot for this episode and Brian's last part for the series, except for the Ozymandias teaser still to be filmed. But there was originally more to this scene that didn't make it into the final script. Walt would go inside where Bill, a former student working there, would recognize him. He'd scare and bribe him to stay silent, but also take the opportunity to ask if he was a good teacher. Bill would say he was great, and when pressed to repeat one thing he learned, he would mention this moment from the pilot. Personally, I'm okay this scene was dropped.
Yeah, we don't need
The headlights
that
were off
scene.
the whole time, so they digitally turned them on at the start of this scene. They're still rocking beige.
Beige, yeah, but everything's very
This is
beige.
just a
Rich
plain
people
sheet of
love
lucite they
beige.
stuck on the wall, meant to be an alarm system. She was supposed to just be turning off the alarm here, but she ended up doing a completely unrealistic number of touches,
Yeah,
and they
she
didn't
did.
catch this on the day of shooting. To fix this, they added music to the scene and made it seem like she was turning on the lights and interacting with the sound system
Oh.
after turning off the alarm.
I just
The
thought
music
she
they
had a
to add
big,
is two
long
songs from
ass
the opera
code,
Faust,
and she
which
was
is
so
fitting
smart
since
she
it's
just
about a
remembered
successful
how
man dissatisfied
long the
with
code
life,
was.
leading him to make a pact with the devil.
Sweet smell of success.
They had scripted dialogue here, but the house is so big it took longer than expected to walk across it, so they improvised some of this. It's really subtle,
Oh,
but
that's
you can
crazy.
see the crew in the reflection. I
Ooh.
discovered such weird differences in the credits between the Netflix version and the DVDs. The letters are spaced differently, and
Huh.
on Netflix the text isn't properly centered. This is
That's
the
weird.
fourth and final episode, written and directed by Vince, all of which are classics. Walt picks up a photo of Gretchen, but I am curious about
Classic.
the other photos. I guess they had a dog and maybe have a daughter? This
Yeah,
shot
whose
is
kid
so
is
tricky.
that?
This
I don't
is a
think-
real house, so how did they get a shot through the fireplace? They put a mirror in the back of it, filmed it from the front, then flipped the image. If you look closely, you can tell because these two flames are perfectly in sync. It's the flame and its own reflection.
Wine and then.
Oh.
Hello, Gretchen. Elliot.
Hey,
Well,
Gretchen.
They tried to hide it, but that's a cord for lighting equipment. I don't know why they couldn't plug it in that corner.
I saw you on Charlie Rose.
clothes. You look great.
If you are here to hurt us.
I just have to say that I love her so much. That's all.
Oh, okay. Goober ass dude.
If we're gonna go
with his
that
big
way,
ass ears.
you'll need a bigger knife.
I'm dead.
This is a nitpick, but shouldn't there be tire tracks? It looks like they probably drove it in from the right before parking the Schwartz's car.
That is $9,720,000.
Where did it come from?
Can we account for this number? We know he started with about $11 million. Almost 11.5 if it's really 80 million divided equally between 7 barrels. Although he did buy the truck in the desert, so let's just say 11 million after that. He gave 125,000 to Ed plus 50,000 for each later trip, and I'm going to estimate he made 4 trips over the 5.5 months. Subtract 10,000 for staying an extra hour, although this could have happened more than one time, and I'm going to say he gave Skinny Pete and Badger $20,000. He buys
20?
the Cadillac from Lawson
I thought he
as
gave
well
less
as the
than
M60
that.
and ammo at
5 times what you'd pay your neighborhood gun store.
So let's estimate a generous 200,000. That leaves about $10.5 million, meaning he would have had to spend about $725,000 on gas, meals, tips, and his supplies like the garage door opener. You know what that means. Kubi and Huel did skim some off the top.
I earned it. And you're going to give it to my children.
What? Why?
I don't think. On my son's 18th birthday, which is 10 months and 2 days from today.
I'm surprised, but that actually makes sense. Junior's 16th birthday was July 8th, 2009 during Salute. He would have turned 17 while Walt was in New Hampshire, and this night is September 6, 2010, 10 months and 2 days before his next birthday.
You will give him this money in the form of an irrevocable trust. 2 rich benefactors who are known for their charitable endeavors would think nothing of, for instance, writing a $28 million check.
A $28 million grant.
Your money would be very welcome.
It wouldn't make any sense coming from us.
My children are blameless victims of their monstrous father.
Yeah, he's not feeling remorse.
Call it a bow, Jess.
That's a French idiom for a noble or generous gesture.
You are not to spend a single dime of your own money.
It's not as clear as earlier, but you can see the shape of for motion picture use only text and fake portraits. This is the 29th and final instance of prop money I've counted in Breaking Bad. Although I only started looking for this when Walt burned his money in the first episode of season 3, so I've definitely missed some of the early ones.
Oh shit. Yeah, you can see it. That's actually funny.
Fees owed, you will take it right from here. They use my money, never yours.
That sounds reasonable.
This is a big step that he let go of his pride, as his family will never know the money came from him.
I can't trust you to do this.
Absolutely you can.
Don't move. Don't dare move a muscle. You don't want them to think.
I knew this was fake right away when I saw this scene. I was like, nah, there's no way he got guys for this.
Instead, I gave it to the 2 best hitmen west of the Mississippi.
This is a nod to
the most lethal contract killer west of the Mississippi.
Just to reiterate for the earlier calculation, he did not really spend $200,000 on hitmen. Speaking of spending money, as a lover of minute details, I thought I was on top of all my spending. I subscribed to a lot of services for stock footage and creative tools, but I found out I was being charged every month for a stock images subscription that I completely forgot about. I went ahead and canceled those.
Whatever happens to me tomorrow, they'll still be out there.
Vince asked them to purposely shine the light into the camera, but checked with the cameraman first and gave a cue so he could look away. We know the 2 people who are really holding the laser pointers outside right now, and it's not who you think. It's Trina Siopi, who took the bullet for Andrea, and everyone's favorite photographer, deputy, student, preppy shopper, roofing hammer attack victim, and homicide suspect, Matt Feet. It wouldn't be an episode of Breaking Bad without Matt.
What the fuck? Who the fuck is Matt Feet? I gotta watch the first episode of this series this dude does.
Before you can even turn around. Cheer up, beautiful people. This is where you get to make it right.
The only visual effect with the laser pointers was that they extended the one on Elliot. Somehow, Trina and Matt ended up turning them off exactly in sync, down to the frame, which looked too good to be true. Do you think Gretchen and Elliot will actually do this? Vince believes they're scared enough to do it. Goodbye, Gretchen and Elliot. You
well,
gave
if Vince
us so many
thinks
memories,
they
such
will,
as
then
Elliot's
they guess they
accidentally
did.
visible ear putty in
But
season 1, plus...
What about the soul?
What about the soul?
It is weird that he found them, considering he couldn't even remember their names.
Beaver and... what's his name?
But there are reasons to believe he
Beaver
could
and
have
Butthead.
Badger's number, like when they met up to steal the vacuum cleaner. That appears to be some lighting equipment reflected in Walt's glasses. Again, shining it in the camera was intentional, this time to make it absolutely clear that they were the hitmen.
You know, I don't exactly know how to feel about all this.
Real, yo. Whole thing felt kind of shady, you know.
Yo,
Morality-wise.
chill, bro.
How do you feel now?
I would have guessed Walt gave them half at the beginning and half at the end, so maybe he really spent $40,000. But my
No
interpretation
way.
of seeing the money pop up again in El Camino is that they're giving all the money they have, so maybe not.
Better.
Yeah, but they spent it on the
This
fucking
is
Star
close to
Trek
the New
shit,
Hampshire
so
bar,
and
so
the
they
new
filmed this
TV.
the same day they reshot the footage damaged in the plane accident.
What's this I hear about blue meth still being out there?
It's you, right?
Damn, man. We were sure it was you, because that shit is choice, yo. Better than ever.
Jesse.
Seriously? You said he moved to Alaska.
That's what I heard.
Jesse probably didn't talk to friends after his revelation, so
should've.
this must have come through Saul, which feels like a breach of trust. Badger and Skinny Pete could be the most prominent characters who finished the series in a better state than when it started.
True.
Vaya con Dios,
Good for them.
amigos. Michelle MacLaren directed this part because Vince was running behind schedule. This isn't a flashback, but rather him imagining a different reality as a coping mechanism. And it matches up well with the story he told in Kafkaesque.
My project was to make this wooden box.
That's actually
You should've
really
seen it.
fucking
It was
disturbing and
insane.
depressing.
I built it out of Peruvian walnuts, inlaid cedar wood. It was fitted with pegs, no screws. I sanded it.
Poor
with
Jesse,
paste,
bro. I
smooth
feel
as
bad for him
glass.
so much.
Then I rubbed all the wood with tung oil, so it was rich and dark. It even smelled good. It was perfect.
What happened to the box?
Sold it.
Aaron kept the box as a souvenir, although that's not all he has.
They wouldn't let me steal it, but when we wrapped the series,
teddy bear.
Vince, surprised me with this. I won't talk about what I stole because I don't want Sony and AMC to know that I have it.
He also has the captain license plate, a Heisenberg hat, and
Oh.
even the shot-up doors from Cornered hanging in his house, although those were also given to him as a gift. Also,
This is from El Camino. Surprise! I stole this.
this is the original footage from Live Free or Die, although they zoomed out this shot so you could see Walt while Lucy delivers this line that always makes me smile.
Oh, what happened there?
And I just noticed her name is Lucy, which makes her the third Lucy with a name tag in Breaking Bad.
That's actually crazy.
Well, happy birthday.
And the bacon tells us that the
If you
series
were gonna,
spanned
if
exactly
your name is
2
Lucy,
years.
you kind of
Besides
have to work at
shortening
a
the
diner,
scene, they
low
enhanced
key.
the sound in 3 different
You
spots.
kind of have to. You have no choice.
Then we move seamlessly to the Blood Money footage that continued
Eh,
the
this
flash
picture's
forward, although
okay,
this
I
time without any
guess.
music. We end with some new footage and a touching moment when Walt thinks about Hank.
It's easy money. Till we catch you.
And I caught you
It's easy
hiding
money
on his
till we
jacket.
catch
For
ya.
the film artifact haters out there, we will be saying goodbye to them for good in this video. I do have a few more to quickly point out, then final thoughts to share at the end.
Why don't you say the word and I'll take you on a ride along.
This is basically an unaltered 10 seconds from the pilot, slightly desaturated.
Get a little excitement in your life.
Yeah, it is desaturated.
Something.
Oh, Hank, sometimes boring is good. This
Yeah,
carpet
sometimes
isn't
boring
right.
is
it
good.
didn't have the square pattern.
Welcome to the Grove. Would you like to see a menu?
The Grove is the name of the real-life restaurant, and this waiter is Alex, a location scout for the show.
Chamomile tea with soy milk.
Vince also described it as the devil's luck that this table wasn't occupied, forcing Lydia to choose a different one.
True.
Shirt.
My blouse.
Nice color on it.
He really do got the devil on his side.
Cornflower.
Todd is pretty close, at least for the HTML color. Some big paint brands have different notions of cornflower blue that look more like the wall. With Jesse doing all the cooking, has Todd been dabbling in web development?
Before you say or do anything, just hear me out. You're running out of methylamine, aren't you? I have a new method that requires no methylamine.
That doesn't make any sense. I don't know why he said that because, like, I think he was trying to be like act stupid, like.
They're lucky this worked out.
So
but
they
this
would
was
try
a
to
bit
kill
of a
him.
last-minute revelation. The montage in episode 8 established the meeting here regularly, but only because they didn't have the time or money to film a bunch of different locations.
You're rather schedule-oriented, I guess.
Mr. White, I don't think...
How much would it cost us?
Nothing short of $1 million.
I think Jack should hear this.
I can come up there tonight.
All right, what can I get for you two?
He's just leaving. And I need more stevia.
I used to wonder how Walt would have tampered with this packet, but given all the other equipment he had in his trunk, I believe he could have the tools necessary to do this.
No disrespect to the man, but doing business
Yeah,
with him?
probably,
Of
but
course, we're not doing business with him.
what's going on
Please,
here?
Don't make me walk you through this. Did you look at him? You'd be doing him a favor.
I was doing him a favor.
I admit I didn't suspect anything here when watching this the first time, even
Really?
though Walt brought Rice into his first meeting with Lydia at the Grove.
fuck.
Did you? This is
I
in-
did. Once I saw that
Again,
shot
Walt's humming El Paso,
of him
the song
closing
about
her,
Felina from the
putting the
beginning.
sugar in, and I was like, she's dead. Yeah, she's dead.
Lands of New Mexico.
The special effects crew really made this contraption. It's really triggered by the key fob, really controls a garage door opener to convert the rotation into an oscillating motion,
That's
and it really
actually
fires
crazy.
blanks. The writers like that this is Walt using brains over brawn.
Yes, science!
Originally, they
Yeah,
envisioned
science.
Walt
He's
holding
always
the gun
using
like
science,
Rambo,
bro.
but that never would have looked right, even if he was healthy. Also, does this count as him building? I can make
Best
out the crew in the
views?
reflection,
Oh boy,
although
we
it's
got
no
more
surprise
fucking
because they were
bots
all
in the
right
chat.
there. We saw this in the episode 9 flash forward, but we're now in season 5, episode 16, as the car first foreshadowed. To make this happen, Trina Siopi was standing behind Brian holding the ring, then dropped it on cue. I guess if I think about it too much, it doesn't really make sense how the ring would fall like that. The pictures tell us where we are, but Skylar's apartment is filled with belongings from the house. And shout out to Olivia's girlfriend Grace, who replicated this Afghan. All the big pieces of furniture are recognizable, but there's also this mirror from their bedroom, the rocking chair,
Oh, wow.
these ducks,
I
a
didn't even
giant
notice
fork and
that it has,
spoon,
like,
the
all the same
microwave,
furniture in
the
there.
infamous knife block, and the roosters up there.
Oh, wow.
All right, I have news about Walt. Scott. Hey. Walt's in town. That car they thought he stole in New Hampshire. They found it in a Denny's parking lot.
Marie has given up on choosing a color to wear and is now reflecting the wavelengths of all colors by wearing white. Even the phone is the same as before, down to the numbers on the bottom. This makes sense for
Wow.
practical reasons, but it's still great to see.
Your old next door neighbor, the one on the right, what's her name, Becky?
Becky's on the left, Carol's on the right.
I don't know why, maybe it's because I'm sleep deprived, but this
Becky
sounds like a
and
rap
Carol.
to me.
Becky's on the left, Carol's on the right.
I've got my...
Becky's on the left,
I'm dead.
Carol's on the right.
Oh,
Becky, Carol, whatever. She saw him.
He's just like, hey, Becky.
Hello, Carol.
Or Carol, whatever.
She said he looked exactly like the Unabomber.
That DEA agent is Steve Stafford.
Looked exactly like the
Pilot who
Unabomber
flew
is
the London
actually
Saloon.
hilarious.
We're getting calls from all over town. He's here. He's there.
Who's making these calls?
He's
There
a
are two or
ghost,
three different
bro.
voices. They're not sure if they're crank calls or people he's put up to it, and it's stretching them thin, which is maybe the point. They're watching the high school. They're probably watching your place too.
And they're again doing a bang-up job where they don't bother watching the back door.
Yeah, they're not really watching that
Going
good
to catch him.
because
No doubt about it. End of story. Not on the off chance.
Yeah.
You'll be on the lookout, okay?
Thanks.
You want to call Flynn or do you want me to?
I'll talk to him. Thanks.
You got it.
Farewell, Marie. I hope you're able to stay out of trouble.
yeah, poor Marie. Don't
6
shoplift.
years ago, and I so mean it. Like, it's been such an experience of certainly my career, but also my life.
5 minutes.
This shot lives rent-free in my head as I was completely surprised when
I
I
was
first watched
surprised
this.
too. I was like,
Kind
oh,
of like that.
he's
But let's see
there.
it again for real.
Oh god.
5 minutes.
This is a set, but modeled after
my
the real
nail is
apartment where they shot
cracked. I
the
need to-
exterior.
5 minutes.
Vince got
I
the
don't know
idea
what to
for this
do.
shot when scouting the apartment, and he couldn't see Christian, the location manager, who was standing in the kitchen. I'll revisit this shot when I cover Better Call Saul. Do you know when?
5 minutes.
No.
In typical Breaking Bad fashion, after this they talk for exactly 5 minutes.
Before I go.
That's actually crazy.
Okay, now let's get to their conversation.
You look terrible.
But I feel good.
Yeah, do you feel good?
So talk. Why are you here?
Walt has changed his outfit, probably because it got dirty assembling the gun. This is his final outfit, which is a lot like what he wore in the pilot. Throughout this scene, you
he
can see
always tends to wear
Skylar's
his
reactions
outfit
in the
like that.
microwave, which was not planned in advance, but rather a happy accident.
I was looking at the
It's
microwave
over.
too
I needed
when I
a
was watching
proper
this scene.
goodbye.
I was like, I can
Not
see
our
her.
last phone call.
So you're going to the police.
They'll be coming to me.
3 men came in the
They're gonna
middle
be
of the
coming to
night.
me.
If you're in custody and they find out
They're not coming back. Not after tonight.
what's tonight. We don't
He's so scary, bro.
thought Friend made that clear.
He did, and I don't have any to give you.
That's kind
All
of
right.
true because of this.
I spent the last of it getting here.
It's a bit funny to me that he still has these cards in his wallet since he can't use
This
them.
I don't
All
like. I
had
don't
to
know
give
why.
you is this.
Ah, the old two-finger slide. Remember that Walt did have the ticket in his wallet, which is a good thing because I assume Skylar would have thrown it away when moving out of the house. And once again, we see the mistake of B listed twice, although some versions of Breaking Bad out there have this fixed digitally. The one I see on Netflix does not. The story here is that the
fuck?
real Pick 3 game
Okay.
only lets you buy 5 tickets in a single transaction. So they
Oh, it's doing
photoshopped
the
the
hue.
6th
Okay,
line
I
by
fucked
duplicating
up.
row B, but forgot to
Can I
change the B
duplicate
to a
this,
C on the ticket they
please?
printed.
Call the DEA once I leave. Those numbers are GPS coordinates.
What?
Again, Walt doesn't do a great job conveying that he did not kill Hank and Steve.
Burial site. That's where they'll find Hank and Steve Gomez. It's where I buried our money.
At first it sounds like he was going to say,
It's where I buried Hank and Steve Gomez. The men who stole it from us. They murdered Hank and Steve and put them in that hole.
There you go. You should have led with that.
You trade that for a deal with the prosecutor. Skylar, all the things that I did, you need to understand.
I have to hear one more time. That
I
you
did it for
this
me was
for the family.
yeah, iconic.
You did it for me.
Yeah.
Hanging in the Louvre. That line takes my breath away
It
every
does.
time.
It was
Walt
like, you
is
know what?
Finally, being
Finally
honest
admit
about
it.
this, and it's cathartic. And
Yeah,
he
it is.
finally
It's
found
really
that
good moment.
combination of words.
There must exist certain words in a certain
Ugh.
specific order that would explain all of this.
Here's an alternate version of these iconic lines.
You need to understand why I did them.
Oh God, if you say one more time that you did this for the family.
I did it for me.
Yeah.
I liked it. I was good at it. I was alive. I am awake.
I love this comment. We knew this from the start, which
Yeah.
was really emphasized
We knew this
when
from
Walt
the start.
refused Elliot's job offer. But
Yeah.
it's easy to get wrapped up in Walt's rationalizations.
Yeah.
Skylar's snot and
We
tear
al-
streaks
I
went
always
away
knew
on
he
their
did it
own.
for
Like
him and
Brian,
never for the
Anna wore
family.
oversized clothes
He
here
did
to
it for
help make her
himself.
seem like a shadow of
He
her
did it because it
former
was
self.
fun.
Brian intended to play this
met
without
the
emotion,
need.
like he was completely spent, but he couldn't help himself while looking down at the baby. Neither could Andy Vogelai, the camera operator.
As I'm looking at
Damn.
my daughter, and I can hear Andy, who is a relatively
Andy.
new father.
Oh. Oh, Andy. Oh.
On his way out, he touches hands with Skylar. This is much more obvious in the behind-the-scenes footage.
Oh, wow. I didn't notice that.
Yes, check the gate. Gotta prevent those film artifacts. Goodbye, Skylar, and goodbye, Anna.
She's a marvelous actor, playing a hard and at times somewhat thankless
Damn.
part, and I can't picture anybody doing it better.
Aaron
Yeah,
Paul
true.
was just
She did
behind
really
the
good.
wall soaking it all in, just like he was in the last episode watching Bob's final scene. I hate to go here, but there's a dark theory that this shadow is telling us about Skylar's imminent death. I think it's
Aw.
very possible this was Vince's original
Oh,
intention, as he can go
hanging?
pretty dark when left to his own devices. At the beginning of season
That's actually
5B,
pretty
Vince
disturbing.
did originally pitch to Sony and AMC executives that Skylar would end her life, but the other writers talked him out of it. He
Oh,
imagined
shit.
that at the end of Ozymandias, the family would go with Walt and disappear. In his words,
Skylar and Walter hold up at some Motel 6 or someplace, and he's talking to her. She's in the bathroom, and he's saying to her, "It's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. I've got a plan." Skylar,
I got a
Skylar
plan.
finally
Fucking
forces the
Dutch
door open,
ass
and she's in a
comment.
bloody tub or something like that, having opened up her wrist. So I mean, it was very dark.
yikes. But it makes sense that she'd be overwhelmed
is
with guilt for not
crazy.
cooperating with Hank when she had the chance. One
True.
of the things that Vince couldn't solve
had
in
the
this
chance
version
to
is
end
how
it all,
Junior would be
girl.
convinced to disappear with his dad. When pitching season 5A, the first teaser was going to be Walt rolling a bloody suitcase through the desert.
And like, what was in the suitcase? Was it baby Holly or something? It was so horrible.
And it's well
Oh,
known
God.
that Vince was once thinking that around the end of season 1,
All right, I'm
reeling
gonna
from Jesse's death,
stop with
Walt
this
would
bit. I
chloroform
kinda
a
like
drug
it.
kingpin and
It's
trap
kinda
him in a
cool.
basement somewhere with an apparatus where he can pull the trigger
I
on
don't
himself.
know.
He would refuse, so each day Walt would cut off a toe
gonna
and
put
maybe eventually
kinda
other body
cool.
parts. Until one day, Junior finds him and tries to help, but the guy pulls the trigger and kills them both.
The
Yikes
hell?
again. Vince did clarify that this kingpin was not Tuco.
There's
but a
alternate
character he never
timelines,
created.
bro.
He described him as a combination of Tuco, Crazy 8, and Gus. That's producer Melissa Bernstein sitting on 5 pads to make her comically tall so we can see her.
This is 5. Just so you know, this is ridiculous.
This is an inside joke that's a callback to the pilot. Vince was upset that they couldn't afford extras for the school bus that drove by the DEA
Oh.
ride-along, so Melissa sat in it. This
Oh,
time they could
nice.
afford extras, even though you can barely see them. This reminds me of fuel outside Walt's condo because Junior got here pretty quickly considering where he was in the last shot. And goodbye, Junior. I hope happier breakfasts are in your future.
Stop.
And now, the final
With
act.
the
I don't know if
fucking
Walt was
breakfast.
able to call Todd or Jack, but he
I
did
just
know
wanna
the
see what these
location
other
of their
ones look
compound
like.
from his visit in the Tahajali episode.
Woo. Damn, man. This thing's a classic. What block you got in it? 500 or the 425?
Apparently, Kenny has no idea what he's talking about when it comes to this 5th-generation Cadillac DeVille.
500. That's the one you want. No. Just straight in, man. Just... All right, fine. Yeah, whatever.
This isn't really a Chekhov's key fob because we already saw it triggers Walt's contraption.
Yeah, bro had to fucking
They
align
somehow
that
had
shit
the wrong
right.
key fob in this scene, and it was black. So they digitally changed it to red, which is pretty fake looking if you watch closely.
Oh wow,
Keith.
that is
Hey,
pretty
get 'em
fake
back.
looking.
Just relax. Jesus, look at you with that head of hair. Is that real?
Yes.
That's not a wig? Seriously?
No.
We know it is. That's a bit of an inside joke. For shots like this, they had a pool table cut in half because the bulky camera wouldn't be able to be this close to the surface otherwise.
Can we talk business?
I don't think so, no.
You're running low on methylamine. What happens then?
That quail woman's got her own setup. The heat's off her.
Bring,
Todd,
bring, bring,
please,
bring,
would
bring,
you
bring.
explain
Alright,
things to
let's
your
do another one.
You really shouldn't have come back, Mr. White.
Oh, damn.
Jack, you owe me.
What for?
Jesse Pinkman, you promised that you would kill him. You're his partner now.
No, that's what you stop.
Partners. Wait, what are you talking about?
He's alive, isn't he? What, are you gonna lie?
Like Walt, Jack's pride is his undoing.
What, you think I'd partner with a rat? Go get him, bring him here.
Uncle Jack.
He does have crazy
This
pride,
one
this
here?
guy.
Calling me a liar?
I'm gonna show you just how wrong you are.
This one is so
This one's
weird.
kinda
They
cool.
used Todd walking by as a wipe between two different takes. But there's only a couple frames of the first take, and they kind of messed it up. As
Huh.
Todd is on his way out, you can see one
This
frame
one's
with both
weird.
cuts of Jack. It's more
This
subtle,
could
but
be
you can also
something.
see two Walts simultaneously toward the
going on
end.
here?
This is
What
the
is
second
going on
time Todd has been
here?
used as a wipe. But allow
Hold
me
on.
to improve this buggy
This looks
Felina
kinda
wipe with some
crazy.
of my battle-tested exit technology.
I'm gonna show you just how wrong you are. And I'm putting that bullet in your head myself.
He just insulted you. He insulted me, all of us.
In two shots, the wallet and keys are in the wrong spot. This scene was inspired by Cool Hand Luke, the origin
This
of the crazy
whoever
handful
is
of
this
nothing
guy
title.
who's making
On
these
the
videos,
version on Netflix, this
he
scene comes out
is
with double
really good at
vision,
paying
but that's
attention
not
to
the case
fucking
on the
detail.
DVD.
Like the level of detail he has to fucking
Yeah, see
observe.
what I'm
to-
talking about, you
to-
son of a
the
bitch?
keys are actually in the wrong place. It's like,
Look like a partner
how
to
would you even know that?
This is my
Hello?
partner. Right, partner? Right, buddy?
Oh.
Hard-working, good partner. 50-50
Caveman
partner.
Jesse.
Brian and Vince believed Walt planned to kill Jesse as well, but changed his mind once he saw the state he's in. And Vince credited the old John Wayne film called The Searchers for this plot.
You heard this shit up?
This is
He
not a
probably
real
did. I
massage
mean, he
chair
was
because
mad
the
at
motion
Jesse.
wouldn't be obvious enough.
And
It's a
yeah, he
regular
saw how
lounger
fucked up
rigged
he
with
was.
3 pneumatic airbags. And it was loud, so they had to remove the sound and dub the dialogue. They mixed in the sound of Vince's real massage chair he recorded at home.
That's actually
There's
crazy.
a stunt, Jesse. The real one landed on a pad. Jesse's probably thinking, not again. It's also what Jesse suggested when they were held captive by Tuco.
You should be like all sacrificial, jumping on a grenade. So my life is not the priority here, because I'm gonna be dead soon anyway.
Although he certainly
Damn.
takes his sweet time before pressing the button.
Red tasers rip through the walls like phaser beams right out of Star Trek, sweeping back
Right
and
out of
forth
Star Trek. What's
like
with the Star
Satan's
Trek
windshield
references?
wiper.
There's a jump cut to make this first guy's hit seem more violent, but these guys do a great job of acting with no cuts needed. The keys jumping up when the clock is hit is pretty cool. That's a scorekeeper for the pool table hanging high above it.
Oh,
And there's
interesting.
probably no significance to the number 10, but if we're thinking of the feline theme, maybe this refers to Walt using up his 9 lives. For the third and final time, Mythbusters tested a Breaking Bad plot point.
That's really low. Look at that. 7 feet off the ground. They're all
Huh.
dead. And Walt is okay.
We can finally call a Breaking Bad test plausible.
Yeah.
So the exterior pattern is too neat,
That's crazy
although
that
the
they actually-
interior shots have
I was
more
wondering
vertical variation. To me, the biggest issue is
if
Walt's
it was
perfect
actually, like,
parking
real,
job,
like,
so
you could
bullets
actually
span
do
this
that.
wall end to end with only 4 strays on the door. Vince's original idea was for Kenny to be upright in a regular chair, and the stream of bullets would continue to demolish everything above his nose, almost like they'd saw. Almost like they'd saw
Ugh.
off the top of his head. It was probably a good idea. It was probably a good idea not to go this gory.
Yeah.
Don't let Huel distract you from the fact that Kenny's looking straight up in this shot only. There's a little propane burner in there to create that fire, although we should have seen these flames earlier.
Mr. White.
They used stuntmen for Todd and Jesse for everything but the beginning and end of this struggle, and you can see here that this is neither Aaron Paul nor Jesse Plemons. Although Todd has given Jesse the Crazy 8 treatment, Jesse now gives Todd the Crazy 8
Yeah,
ending.
that's. I remember that. It was like the first episode.
Todd
He choked
killing
him out.
Andrea,
Isn't personal.
but it definitely is here. Todd's still breathing.
No. Yeah, he is still breathing pretty heavy. That's why I said he's not dead. He's not dead.
I want your money, right? You pull that trigger.
Bro don't want the money. He's
And
about
with
to
that,
die
he
in 2
gives Jack
minutes.
a taste of his own medicine, who didn't let Hank finish his sentence.
Do what you're gonna do.
The muzzle flash is a digital effect, but the rest is fake blood that was blown onto plexiglass with compressed air. Goodbye, Uncle Jack. At the time they introduced the M60, they hadn't even come up with Jack, Todd, or any of that crew. But it kind of forced them to come up with a group of bad guys because you wouldn't use an M60 on a single person. Their wall has a complaint department press red button sign.
Strange.
I've seen these with mouse traps, although this appears to be a trap for larger animals like raccoons.
Do it. You want this.
Say the words. Say you want this.
I want this.
Just tell me you need this.
This time, Walt finally tells him the truth.
Then do it yourself.
The idea here is that Jesse's not going to do anything Walt wants anymore. Although it was already the case that Walt saying do it to Jesse never works.
True. He's
That's
never
an amazing
actually
job showing
done
incoming
it.
call Lydia while also covering up what time it is. This is a Groucho Marx ringtone. We've
I was
established
wondering what that
Todd
song was.
customizes them, but the motivation is that it would give Walt a reason to answer the phone.
Is it done? Is he gone?
Yeah, it's done. He's gone. They're all gone.
Todd?
It's funny how long it takes Lydia to realize this isn't Todd.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just her illness, but it could reflect how one-sided her relationship with him was.
Walt, how are you feeling? Kind of under the weather? Like you've got the flu? That would be the ricin I gave you. I slipped it into that stevia crap that you're always putting in your tea.
Finally, we get a payoff for the ricin introduced in the first episode of season 2 and
That's
almost
crazy.
used on Tuco. Gus's
Yeah,
dealers,
that ricin
Gus
was been
himself,
around
Lydia
for a
earlier,
long
and part
time.
of the Brock fake out.
Goodbye, Lydia.
Those are
Finally
his final
use
words.
the actual
Of course,
ricin.
ricin doesn't exactly work this way, but as Jay Springman points out, this could be an intentional difference between the Breaking Bad universe and ours. In 2 of the shots, the phone is moved from the spot it landed.
Forgiveness.
Now there's a goodbye.
Is it really a forgiveness?
That's a stunt driver, but Brian really was standing that close to the vehicle.
That's crazy. Yeah, I thought he was
And
gonna
the
hit him
stunt
just
driver
for
really
fun.
hit this fence at 70 miles per hour. It was so late when they filmed this scene that the sun was close to coming up again.
Oh my god. No, Walty.
As I mentioned in Crawl Space, the German word Weiss means white, but Vince confirmed this was happenstance. A lot of people have focused on Jesse's pressure being 86 psi, where Walt's was shown as 64 earlier. Again, I think the most likely explanation is that there's no deeper meaning here. But as a close second, I like the idea that it's a reference to getting 86, meaning getting rid of someone or something. The script confirms that Walt's proud he taught Jesse well. There
He
it
did.
is. We've made it. They first considered going back to the El Paso song, but thank goodness they landed on this iconic song.
Okay, it's gonna get. Wait, I need to add that to my Spotify. I'm gonna get claimed for this stream, I already know. Adding that. Ah!
Although I'm sure there are thousands. For those keeping score, here's the last batch of film artifacts I missed in previous
What's a film
videos.
artifact?
In the Salute video, I explained that Breaking Bad is one of the last shows shot almost entirely on 35mm film.
Oh,
Sometimes
wow.
when film
I didn't
passes
know
through
that.
the gate, dust or other debris can enter and get burned onto a frame. These are what
Oh,
I've
dust
called
got
film
burned onto the
artifacts. In
frame.
response, this commenter smartly pointed out that because these artifacts are white, they come later in the process. Dylan Ring Productions pointed me to this video about removing these types of film artifacts from Jaws.
Many sections had vertical
Oh.
scratches. As the film is on the scanner, it's literally passed through this liquid bath so that those scratches are not visible to the light that's passing through that film.
Oh my
Indeed,
god.
I've learned that we see different artifacts in
I
different
didn't know
versions
it
of
was
Breaking
shot
Bad.
on
But
film.
the other day I found the only black film artifact I'm aware of, so that should be present on all versions unless they ever digitally fix it. I know film artifacts
Yeah, couldn't you
are
go digitally and take it
but
out?
some of us found them interesting, and it was fun to see many of you spot them. 2 people have even reached out about writing software to detect them. And shout out to Sayaka for being the first to spot the final film artifact as well as the earliest known artifact. Okay, class dismissed.
Fucking
Walt
film
is back
nerds,
with his
dude.
true
I
love.
swear
In
to
the writer's
God.
room, they called the vat his precious. They did a couple variations of this shot. Vince chose the one where the blood sort of resembles a W. This one hurts me to point out. Although Brian did fall backward on a mat for this shot that they didn't use, in this shot he seems to duck, and you can still see him here. The script confirms that Walt had a look of faint satisfaction. Vince felt like the audience would want to see him succeed at some level. Not that he deserved it, but you wouldn't want this to all be for nothing. One criticism of the finale is things went just a little too perfectly for Walt. Some have speculated
he has the
that
devil's
he actually
luck,
died in
dude.
Granite State and this was all a dream, fueled by how Walt
A
magically
dream?
appears in 3
Fuck,
locations,
I
lurking
hate
like
that
a
when
ghost.
people say it was
I don't
all
think
just a
that's true, and even though
dream.
his plans worked in this episode,
No.
it's not exactly a
Stop.
happy ending.
That's so corny.
I feel like Brian's wearing something to hide his breathing because he looks a little thicker to me. There is some weird shadow change, but maybe it's just the lighting. This shot was done on a stage and they digitally added those cross beams, so it's possible the crosshair
Digitally
over his
added
left
the
lung where
cross
he had a
beams?
tumor is intentional.
They actually recreated the set here on one of our stages because the ceiling is high enough to get the shot that Vince wants.
One result of this recreation is that his bloody signature moved from the right of the black cap to the left, and I don't think the position he landed in makes a ton of sense. And of course, those are real Albuquerque police officers.
Walter White, you have the right to remain silent.
Also, I said I wouldn't do it, but since so many of you asked, I gotta do it, man.
I'm dead.
Back to the live free or die motto repeated at the beginning, we get both outcomes for Jesse and Walt. Walt
Live
dies at
free or
age 52,
die.
the same age Brian turned when the season 1 finale aired. And yes, he is dead, even if Brian didn't want to believe it.
Was there a coroner's report? Was there a listing in the obituaries? No.
Actually, there was, but it was done by a fan. After the finale aired, New Mexico high school science teacher
Wanna
David
go to the gym
Lyman,
in
who
an
also
hour?
had a student named Jesse, put this obituary in the
Yeah.
Albuquerque Journal. Both Baby
I'll go
Blue
to
and
the
El
gym in
Paso
an hour.
have very relevant lyrics. For Baby Blue, Walt gets what he deserves, and he does not regret the special
Guess
love
I
he has
get
for his
what
blue
I
meth. For El Paso, Wicked
True, the
Felina
blue
is the name
meth
of
and
the
the
love
baby
interest, and
blue.
the singer
Oh
kills
my
someone
God,
who
this
also
show is
liked
so
her,
fucking
flees
good.
town, but rides back into town because his fear of death
The
is less than
layers,
the pain in his
bro.
heart. He gets shot in the side and dies in her arms.
Stop. Low key, I kind of want to watch the whole series that this guy made because he's pointing out a lot of shit. They're like, okay. Oh, he did Better Call Saul too. How many videos are in? 88 videos? Breaking Bad Universe. And then he did Breaking Bad Hidden Details. Wait, what's the difference between these two?
This is a breakdown of the first episode of Breaking Bad. Keep track of how many of the 23 details you already knew and leave a comment with your number.
Okay, this is gonna be something that I could watch for a couple fucking days probably while doing this stream. Should I save it? I'm not gonna stop right now. Stop it. 3 o'clock, but should I watch something else? I like how I started with the last episode. I'm now doing the first episode. You want to go to the gym in an hour? Okay. Haven't been to the gym in a fucking minute, bro. In a minute. Alright, let's watch something else in the meantime. Can I save this to watch later? Download. How come sometimes it's hard for me to find the watch later tab thing that's on YouTube? How come for some videos I can find it and then some videos I can't find it at all? I'm just gonna like it. And then I'll go back to that. Let's watch something. Let's move on from Breaking Bad right now. 75 hidden details. What do you mean? How many hidden details, bro? I liked it when they did the fucking... Yeah, okay, I'm still doing Breaking Bad shit. Fuck me.
Yeah, they're wire in, but there's a little.
This was so funny when they did the alternate ending, the dream. Okay, this was actually funny when they did the Malcolm in the Middle dream ending. That was actually funny as fuck. I like that.
Oh, he looked like the guy from the show.
That was actually hilarious.
Hey, everybody, thank you very much for doing this. We really appreciate it. This is Jane Kazmarek, everyone.
Hey, I watched a little bit of Malcolm in the Middle, but not the whole
It's going to
thing.
be a lot of fun, and we appreciate all your cooperation and help, and some of you I've worked with before, Wayne and some others, and really, really glad to be here. Thank you. And we're going to just pop this off and then get out of your hair. We were
I don't think
joking
it needs a
around
filter
and,
on this.
on the set of Breaking Bad a couple of years ago or something, and I was talking to some of the producers. I said, you know what we should do? I said,
You know what we should
the
do?
ending
We're really
should be,
funny.
you know, where there's this nightmare and he wakes up a la Newhart, and all of a sudden he wakes up his wife and we think Skylar's going to turn over, and it's Jane Kazmarek.
That's actually so fucking funny. Oh fuck! I just dodged, dude.
About a
I don't
year
want to
ago,
dodge.
Melissa
I'm trying to
Bernstein, one of
burn.
our executive
We
producers,
gotta
says,
burn.
You know that thing that you brought up a while ago? Sony really likes that idea. Vince Gilligan really likes that idea. Do you think Jane would do it? And I said, well, if it takes place in a bed where she stays horizontal,
Hell yeah.
We've got a great chance.
If she doesn't have to get up, she could lie down. Then you know what? We might have a chance of this working out.
Wake up, honey, wake up, wake up, wake up.
For the love of criminy, what is it? What's the matter?
Criminy? Oh, I just had the scariest dream.
Yeah, Malcolm, I was pregnant.
Pregnant, yeah.
Having a, and so whenever we had scenes where Hal and Lois had to be in bed, they were my favorite scenes.
No, you don't understand. I was this meth dealer.
It was written by one of our writing assistants, Gordon, and did a terrific job with it.
I went and I watched the end of Newhart, and I watched, went back and watched some Malcolm in the Middle and see where we'd left those two characters. Our script coordinator and writer's PA, Jen Carroll, and I sort of sat down and just brainstormed and sort of figured out what we could do in terms of the beats of the scene.
I was this
This is my favorite
chemist, and
This is my favorite alternate ending to Breaking Bad. It was all a dream. No, what? I take back what I said about the dream shit. This is actually iconic.
It was '06 that we last played those roles.
So a little over 6 years.
6.5 years, and to get back in this frame of mind and back in
I don't know. It looks weird with the dodging. I mean the burning.
Well, I first contacted my acting coach, and no, in fact, we got here, and Brian was like, "Here's the
I don't know
script,"
why
and
I'm
I thought,
coughing so much.
Oh, I haven't seen this.
I choked
before.
on my spit.
Nothing new there, Malcolm.
Laughing about how funny this shit
You
is.
have Jane Kazmarek and you have Bryan Cranston, and you're seeing them together again after 6-7 years away. You kind of don't need too much, you don't need to put a hat on a hat.
And then there was this other little guy. He was
a little
waif,
guy.
a man-child. Used the B word, and he would say,
You used the B word.
And yay, science, B words.
There was a moment where she says, in passing, "Good night, Scarface,"
Good night, Scarface.
and that
Oh
sort
my
of triggers
God, look at
him
him crying.
to
He's so
slip
adorable.
into that, walk that line of what character am I?
So fucking adorable. He's so cute.
Oh God, Walt would do anything in the world if he had Hal's life. If he could go to something so comparingly simple, gosh, he would love that.
Would he
At the
love
beginning
that?
of Breaking Bad, when Walt starts becoming the Walt that we know, he has sort of a similar moment where he is sort of impotent in the beginning of the pilot.
Yeah.
What is going on down there? Is he asleep?
And then at the end of the
That
pilot,
scene
after he's
pissed me off
started,
so
he's done these
much.
terrible things. He's killed people. Description at the end of the pilot, he's like a redwood or something like that.
Oh yeah. Okay, we don't need to play that. We don't need to play that scene. Okay, what else? Should I just watch a queso stream? Do 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 do. I feel like. I remember I watched this, The Real Walter White by Vice. And this was before I even watched the show. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, I was watching this Papa Meat video last night with him playing fucking
boyfriend. It's just like this
Rock
weird
of
delusional
Love,
thing. I
the
fucking hate
dating
her.
show.
I think
or
I hate her more than any of the characters.
watching it. Did I
in
say
season
watching?
1. I mean, I'm saying hate in a very. I mean, I don't hate.
Oh, I forgot I was watching this. Okay, lit. We're good. We're good.
Gonna go home before Megan.
Do I think Daisy's gonna go home before Megan? Yes. Because Megan's in this weird pocket where she has big tits, she's doing this thing. But the only reason I say Daisy is because it's like too much of a spotlight on the bad conversational thing to where it's an easier choice versus Megan's kind of hiding around the shadows existing, you know, and then Brett can be like, well, maybe there's something there. You know, there's still elusiveness to her. So while that's happening, Megan takes off the note, Peyton's note, and leaves her own. But
yeah,
then
the note,
Peyton
the note.
walks back and sees that her note's off the door, and she's like, I'm pissed. Peyton has a sneaking suspicion and writes Brett another one, this time slipping it under Brett's door.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Can't eat it or do whatever she did with it. Brett gets back from his date with Daisy and starts drinking with the girls. Good man. Then Brett starts a pool game, so Catherine says that if she can make her shot, she gets 5 minutes alone with Brett. Catherine gets the shot, which it's like a very easy shot, and she's like, hey, I guess I get time. And Brett's like,
That's a cute pool table.
what's the face Brett does?
Yo, the
But
weird
Catherine and Brett
ass
just leave the
like
room, and Catherine says,
oven
"Thanks,
and
Brett."
computer
Daisy starts
thing
to
that
get
they
insecure
made
and
looks
thinks she
so
did something
good.
wrong. She talked. The next
It
morning,
looks
the
so
girls wake
creepy
up
looking.
and
It
Amber
looks
has a bunch of
amazing.
battle scars over her legs. I mean, it looks fucked. And she's
Damn.
like, yeah, my legs are kind of sore. I was like, okay. But a little bit of respect grew for Amber there. I mean, it looks like Freddy Krueger's face. All peeled up skin and shit, you know what I mean? The Fallen Angels team then head out to their racetrack to do their date with Brett.
They don't do
Brett
reality
pulls up in a
TV like this
Lotus, and
anymore.
the date is to drive with
All
Brett.
we
They
got
get
is
to drive
fucking
with him. That's his date
Drewski
idea. You get to drive me
nowadays.
around. Thank you, Brett.
Which is,
there's no
it's
way
pretty
the chicks are
good, but
actually
it's not
driving
the
Lotus around. They
same.
definitely just like hopped out. It's whatever. Brett makes them put on sexy
Could've been
driving
up.
clothes, and during Christy's turn, Brett says, "You're really, really hot though, and that's all that matters."
You look really, really
People still
hot.
like this
And
type
that's
of
all that
TV
matters.
though.
God's priority straight.
What a man. And Christy Joe
I
is
still
visibly
don't know why
disgusted
her
by this
face
comment.
looks like
Yeah, they even play
why
like
does
a
her mouth
music
look like
cue.
It's
like
like,
this? Like what's going on
Whatever.
here?
And it comes out, and Brett can't stop staring at her chest. She has these big old Ukrainian titties. Still got that dent in her forehead though. I'll throw up. After the girls
Ukrainian
drive, they have a
titties.
picnic by the track. Christy Joe says that she has a restraining order to both of her ex-husbands. Why does she keep saying this?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Christy Joe is so fucking stupid. Thank God she looks good. That's all I gotta say. Also, smart move by Inna though. She's like, she knows how to drive the car, but she keeps being like, I don't know what I'm doing. So Brett's like, oh, just come do it. And she's like, I'm telling you, I got to get there right, eh? Brett wants to have a one-on-one with a date with Peyton since they've only had like one date together so far, and Peyton can't contain her emotions and starts crying. She asks if
Bro,
Brett is attracted to
why
her,
are you
and Brett says that he
crying?
doesn't want her to think that we are buddies. Who
You're
just
on a
fuck.
reality
Like,
TV
he's like, "Do you
show.
think I'm attractive?" He's like,
It's not that serious.
Basically, a nice way of telling her that he's not attracted to her. I don't want you to think that we're just like buddies, because I don't want to touch you. And she's like, oh, you're so romantic. Peyton looks like an old dog that needs to be put down by this point. We probably didn't write that. Now it's elimination time!
There's the bandana again. Ooh.
Free break.
Burbeck.
Who poured this one?
Harry.
Strong. Got a little bite to it. I feel like I'm going cross-eyed. Brett has to make a very difficult decision. The more these episodes go on, the harder it is for Brett to find the answer of who he really belongs, who he thinks he should belong to, right? But this time around, I was surprised by this. Who gets the first pass? Amber gets the first pass. I thought it might be Daisy, but no. But see, my sneaking suspicion. What'd I say? Bad conversation at the date. I think that bitch is going home. Amber gets the first pass. Then Destiny gets the second pass. Chrissy Joe gets the third. How? She's just like, yeah, I got like 4 or 5 relationships going on right now. It's all legal tied. And Brett's just like, cool. Then Megan, which is funny because Brett gives Megan a pass because he really liked the note she left him on his door.
Oh.
And how no one else left a note for him. What are you talking about?
That is
Did he not find the note
Which
under the
after
door?
Megan, it goes Inna and then Jessica. How Jessica gets a pass too? I'm like, who are you? You're haunting. You're a ghost. Catherine gets the
I don't know
second
what
to
this
last
line
pick.
is.
How? Now we're down to Daisy and Peyton, and now someone has
What?
to go. And the tension's pretty
Daisy?
high. I actually don't know. I thought it was going to be Daisy from the start, right? But then Peyton too. I'm like, you're an old beat dog in this race, and you keep crying in front of him. I'm like, I mean, if I was
Yeah,
him, I'd be like,
she's
"Not fun."
crying too
Like,
much.
I don't think you would last very long in this relationship.
You're going to die. Like, I'm going to have to deal with your will.
And all your debt, which she probably has.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, that's a given with any of them. They all have debt. Which tensions are pretty high. Brett picks Peyton to step down. Peyton gets picked over Daisy. Which, what? That's pretty dumb. I mean, right?
That doesn't make any
Daisy starts
sense. I
crying,
thought
but-
Daisy was
wait,
your
side!
favorite.
Brett picks Daisy too.
Oh.
Brett was just saving the best for last. Basically, he didn't eliminate anyone this episode because he couldn't let any of them go.
Huh?
What a pussy! Fuck you, Brett! Big Jacob, you go push that over.
Push Brett over?
You go push Brett over. Push her! Which this is such a fucking cop-out, man. It's unbelievable that... How does Jessica...
Sorry, Brett.
I'll say sorry to him. This is such a cop-out episode. How does Jessica... If you're not going to choose Jessica, she hasn't said anything! Who are you? Oh, God. Luckily, it ends on a nice...
Brett's brew.
A little brew break for everyone before we go into episode 6. My
Brew
God.
break.
I might need more Brett's brew.
Okay, that is not good.
6. What the hell, girl? At least it's not Molly Kruger this time. The next morning, Sweet Brett wakes up all the girls before John hands off the next note. And the challenge is a rodeo relay where fan favorite Rodeo shows up on a horse with her cackling witch laugh. It's kind of, I like that this season they're bringing back some of the first round contestants. It's nice seeing Lacey and Rodeo and stuff, and it's got me intrigued to see who's going to come next, right? The girls get broken up into 2 teams, and of course Megan gets left out again. Hilarious, dumb bitch. The winning team gets a group date with Brett, and the MVP of the team gets a solo date. So basically it's the same thing before. Group date, whoever's the MVP or whatever gets the solo date. There's 3 events in the relay. First one, they have to rope in a fake steer, just like a fake cow head on a hay bale or something. In the second event, they have to ride the horse around some barrels. And in the final event, they have to get the bandana off a greased pig. 3 of them. It's like first team to get
A
3
greased
pigs,
pig.
something like that. There's still 9 girls, and once again, Megan doesn't get picked. But instead of having it to sit out again, Brett lets her choose a team, and the teams are red and blue this time. I'm pretty sure she chooses the blue team. I can't remember. Who cares? She's so forgettable, I can't remember. The pigs have red and blue bandanas, and the girls have to get 4 of the respective colors. So they have to get 4 bandanas off the pigs. These bitches basically choke these pigs half to death trying to tear the bandanas off them. I mean, it's dumb. They can grab them, they don't care. They're like,
I have to get Brett's love.
Daisy says the pigs must have went to college because they're smarter than they look.
These pigs are like, seriously, they went to college or something because they're a lot smarter than they look.
That line right there, I'm glad I didn't choose her to be my winner.
She's got charm.
She's got nothing. Ultimately, the red team ends up winning, and Jessica is the MVP and gets the whole solo date, which Catherine is crushed by because she's like, I grew up with horses. I can't believe I lost. Brett picks her because she knows how to handle some piggies. Which I was like, what a weird way to refer to like your cock. She knows how to handle some piggies.
This one right here.
Then to end this segment, Brett says, come on, piggies, let's get out of here before hurting the women off screen.
Insane.
Brett referring to all the women as piggies is, God, this season is becoming better than the first season by the minute, dude. It's so good. Amber, who was on the blue team, keeps going on about her injuries she got from the Mud Bowl, which is justifiable because her legs are right? Catherine, one of the fucking dinosaurs, like I said, like she is the definition of time itself, is crying about how this was her challenge and because she grew up riding horses, right?
Okay, so then why didn't you lock in and do it then?
For the group date, Brett takes the red team, Amber, Destiny, and Chrissy Joe to dinner at a restaurant called Opaque. This is like a pretty infamous restaurant in LA where while you eat, you're just sitting in complete darkness. It's supposed to like heighten the sensory of your mouth. Like basically you just taste the things more because you're blacking one of your senses. There's a whole
Honestly, it is what it is at this point. I think it is what it is at this point. I don't know.
It's got to be shut down.
I don't know if it's a good pick. I don't know if it's going in.
A place called Opaque. Would you cook for an all blacked out audience?
Yeah, I'd do it. I'd try it.
But
why not? I'd let them fondle me in the darkness.
That thing is so creepy.
Brew break.
That thing is so creepy. It's kind of cute though, low
Stop
key.
saying it's so high pitched. God. Which the restaurant is pitch black, and you can do whatever the hell you want. Fine
You could
dining and
frick
complete darkness is the selling
and
point,
eat
right?
food?
It seems like the tension between the girls doesn't
Okay.
last more than an episode.
Is that
as
even
girls
still a
who are fighting
restaurant?
Are now cool with each other. Once again,
What year did
doesn't
this
feel
come
as believable
out?
as the first season, but I will say, like I said, I think the second season's winning me over, but wish the tensions were a bit more believable. Pretty much, Brett's connection to this place, though, is he tries to become like this humble blue-collar guy because he's like, well, you know, I'm used to this because when I was a kid, we'd have to eat in the dark when the electricity went out.
It's pitch dark. I ate in the dark a few times when I was a kid and we ran out of electricity, but this...
Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up, Brett.
Hey, come on.
Oh, fuck him. But while Amber sits there and basically talks to herself in the dark, Brett gropes and makes out with Chrissy Joe.
Oh.
I tell you what, too, it is, I mean, it is just, well, first off, Brett's like this.
Christy Joe's a dirty dog.
No, Chrissy Joe's fucking cool. Margaret, stop!
Dirty.
Chrissy Joe gets a little too aggressive and starts beating the shit out of Brett. He's sitting there,
Oh
he's
my
like, yeah, like
God.
horsing around, but she was like grabbing him and stuff, and I think it started pissing him off. He's like, get off!
Tear his wig off.
Also, during,
Just
doesn't have a
tear
wig.
his wig off.
Yeah, we learned that.
Take a lap. Also, during this part, the editor cuts to an angle so you can see Destiny's panties. I thought that was kind of a bit too much. She like crosses her legs or
Bro.
something, and they're like, cut in on that? Cut in on that?
Good job on the editor there.
Not a good job. Too sleazy. I'm gonna have you wear a pair of panties and cross your legs. For the
Okay.
deal. Destiny and Chrissy Joe go to the bathroom at the same time for whatever reason. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Girls always do that. I'm going to the bathroom, and they go to the bathroom together. Why would you want to hear your girlfriend shit?
But they talk about their periods in there.
Yeah, I'm bleeding out crazy and shitting all over the place. Yeah, me too. So now Brett, of course,
That's not
has to
why
grope and
girls
make
go to
out
the
with
bathroom
Amber,
together.
which is very hot.
It's
There's been
mostly
some good
for
steroid
safety,
shots
'cause you
on
don't know
set
if there's
to
gonna be a
stop
creepy
the,
man in there.
Strep throat outbreak that must be going on, or the STD outbreak that has to be happening, because my God, it is
You
just
never know.
saliva and I mean, it is too much. When the group gets home, Brett
Ugh.
decides he needs to spend more time with Chrissy Joe. See
Ugh.
if there's, if she's really here for the right reason.
All right.
No, stop. Brett says,
Should I try to make her face pop out a little bit more?
you know what?
I don't
actually,
wanna
Margaret,
overdo
tell me
it.
why you don't like Chrissy Joe. During my
Brew break.
Go ahead.
We're break.
She's still married to her husband.
Ooh.
Unfaithful. Whore. Disgusting. I would never do that.
Aren't you married to like a nose here, and you keep you keep fucking everyone else in the house?
Who said that?
Dale.
Don't trust Dale.
I'll talk to him later,
Why
but
do you
we'll
think
see.
he's in the basement? Why do you think Grandpa put him down there? Yeah. I'm a faithful woman.
That is so gross to hear Nick say that. It's so gross hearing him say that, dude.
Chrissy Joe sucks. Boring. Fake.
Whatever.
Whore.
Brett says Chrissy Joe is emotionally unstable, but he says crazy girls are kind of a turn on.
Oh, he said it.
Well, he likes crazy
I love
girls.
crazy girls. I can deal with it, and it's turning me on.
I'm glad that
I'm dead. He said I love crazy. Some guys do like crazy girls. They think they can handle it.
Oh yeah.
Until some really crazy
Just lay
happens.
here with me and just nothing.
Her makeup is so cute. Like she has a really good smoky eye that I always
AKA,
want
I think he's-
to
I
be
think
able
he's
to
playing
do,
a
but
little
I
fucking,
still don't know how to
Bavarian
do a
flute, you know what I'm talking
successful
about? The next morning,
smoky
Catherine is
eye.
so desperate that she
Jesus
tries to do
Christ.
a last-ditch effort for
I'm a
Brett's
failure.
affection, that she cooks him breakfast in bed. It looks like a mom coming in. She's just like, here you go, sweetie.
I look like a fucking raccoon every time I do a smoky
Brett's
eye.
sleeping and wakes him up with the breakfast. At first, you think he's going to be upset, which I definitely think he was. But they're like, Brett, you gotta be likable and enjoy it. And he's like, but, of course, he's sitting there and makes out with Catherine, and he pretty much just says, I'm done with you, get the fuck out. And she's just like, okay, and leaves. Megan says Brett needs to put Catherine out of her misery because she's an old horse that needs to be put down.
I'm
I
dead.
think that Brett should just put Catherine out of her misery because she's like an old horse that you have to shoot or something.
Which, while I might agree, I'm like Megan, that was extremely cold-hearted. Brett decides to take Jessica, the ghost, on a paintball solo date, and it's one of the funniest.
All right, I think I'm done. I don't know.
As they're
Wait, do I have a
practicing, Brett's gun jams, and Destiny
fucking?
says
No,
that,
I don't
know
even
what'll
have
work,"
a
and then she
hue
leans and starts
saturation.
kissing
I
his
just want
ear.
to see different colors.
He also says
I
another
never do
cringing
change it to a
line,
different
which is
color. I
nothing
just
like
want to see
making
it.
out in a field with paint, sweat, and guns.
Nothing quite like making out in a field full of paint and guns and sweat.
It reminds me of like the smell of napalm in the morning, whatever. But instead of it being, the smell of paint, why? Like what the? I'm not going to go into it. They go through some sort of obstacle course where Big John is up in a tower shooting at them. We find out Big John is a U.S. Marine sniper veteran who fought in Desert Storm.
No way.
And they're putting him on the back line. You have this character and you put him on the back line. Yeah. He's a sniper. They have him dual wield paintball guns. And he basically shoots Brett and Jessica into the fucking dirt, which, you know, I wouldn't run up on John. Absolutely not. After the paintball match,
Reality
they go for
TV
lunch.
used to be fucking something, bro. We used to be a society. We used to be an actual society. Now, what are
Megan
we?
and Daisy wait for Brett at the door with their lawn chairs, which is just so tryhardy again. This whole recurring meme of like, let's wait at the door for Brett's affection. Why would you ever think that's gonna work? I don't know. Brett and Jessica come back to the house
going
after
on with
their
the
solo
neck
date,
right
and they enter
here?
the house playing with fake guns, which Brett has to let everyone know. He's like, hey, bang, bang. Hey, I'm just kidding, it's fake. You think? Then Daisy and Megan make out with Brett, which, you know, might be a little power tactic because now it's elimination time.
Brew break.
Brew break.
Brew break.
Stop following it up with the high-pitched one every time.
Why?
And also for the elimination.
Yeah,
here,
why?
Jacob, go ahead and
You're just a
let's put
hater.
Brett back up.
Okay. I think he's earned it. There you go, Brute.
Oh.
Oh, what a hunk.
She's looking at you, dude.
Hey!
Wait, before you leave, Big Jacob, since we learned about Big John's Marine Corps stint, you want to tell us a war story from your time in Votech?
Votech.
Give us one story from your time in Votech.
There's this one time this kid ate a bunch of buffalo wing sauce. And we riding the bus over, he got off the bus and he threw up everywhere.
Okay, sick.
Got on some chick shoes, it was pretty funny.
Okay.
Don't applaud for yourself.
Oh.
All right, get the hell out of here. All right, so that's Big Jacob's big contribution was kid ate some buffalo sauce and threw up.
I'm on the spot.
Yeah, you didn't give me enough time, bro.
No, that was good. I like that
I think
story.
we said this last time, but Catherine and Peyton have got to go, right?
Yeah.
In this episode, he has to eliminate two people because he didn't eliminate one in the last episode. So, fit check. Brett comes in with a bright blue bandana with a dark gray affliction shirt. Very subtle, very
Ooh,
classic.
that kind of looks
He
like the
picks
picture I'm
Jessica
doing right now
first.
with the blue bandana.
Because they have the paintball
Why does
thing
this
together,
man
right? At the
cover
same
up his
time, like,
forehead
Russell
so
Wilson gets
much?
shot with a gun, and he's just like, I choose you.
I think there was a comment he made somewhere. He said she's the only one with her natural tits, and that was a turn on.
But also, fake tits are also a turn on.
Well, yeah.
Listen, there's a lot of turn-ons. Margaret, do you prefer natural or fake tits?
Natural. Oh, that, like me.
I ruined it.
Like me.
What? Take that back.
Which, after Jessica, it's followed up by Amber again. I was surprised that Amber got the next one. This is where Chrissy Joe chimes in and says she can't believe she hasn't gotten a pass yet. It's like, what are you talking about? You fucking kidding me? There's only been 2 people picked so far, so it's like, chill the fuck out, idiot. Next, Daisy gets picked, which I assumed that she was gonna be the first. I thought she was gonna be the first to get picked, whatever. And then followed by Megan, and then Chrissy Joe. Shocker! And then the final pass.
All right.
Here it is.
I think I'm
Brett
done.
asked the 3 remaining girls
I think I'm
to
done.
step
I don't
down
know.
one at a time. And it comes
It is.
down to Brett asked if she's
It was. This
attracted
was
to
like
him.
another
Brett keeps
experiment.
calling her
This was
Ukrainian
not
love
like
bus, tank
something I was
truck,
like, ooh, I
fat ass,
need to edit
obese
that one because that's the
kind of
one.
stuff. He never
You
says
know,
that.
this
Editor
is
goes,
more like
which
a
we find out here.
experimental.
Peyton gets the boot.
Fucking red
Move her
face.
over, Big Jacob. Which now
Scary
Catherine comes
red
down,
face.
and guess what? Catherine gets kicked off. My predictions were right. The 2 old crows are gone.
The average age went down by like 50 years.
The average on the show was age 38. Now it is 22. But we
Let's see
can
if I
rest
can do
easy
one
because
more
finally the
before I have to go
ancient
to the
ones have been
gym.
eliminated, so
This
we
one I kind of
celebrate.
like.
Brew break. Which luckily to end the episode, Big John, he gives out the brews and we all celebrate. There is currently
The fact
6
that she was
people
in the
left
air, it was
in
hard
the
for me to get a
show,
shot,
and I
a good
gotta
shot of
say,
her in the
I
air
think
just
that
because
Chrissy
my
Joe is gonna go all the way.
zoom lens wasn't
She
really
has cheated death so many times. I could
that
confidently keep my
good.
choice with
It's not
Chrissy
that good.
Joe.
I need a
I
new
think she's the
zoom
one.
lens.
You have the worst taste in women. Ah, Daisy all the way.
Who the fuck are you to say that? Chrissy
I'm not
Joe
gonna be
is
able to
win.
afford it anymore, and this fucking economy's going
You don't have
down. Like,
anything.
yeah, there's no way.
Oh,
This one could be good.
that wasn't in the script.
Jeez, Nick.
Oh, I was. God.
Ooh, that's spooky. It's giving very spookily.
But
no, it's okay.
And then she got blasted in the face with that's supposed to be the water that's gonna kill. She's the bad witch. And then everyone's happy. Oh yeah, this one was a good edit. Bing, 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 bing. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I did that. Oh, yeah. I took a long time on this one. Very green. This one's kind of.
Hey, Terrence, do you want to talk about Rock of Love?
She has like one, two, three faces. And...
Okay,
Oh!
fine. Are you sure you don't
Oh,
want to talk
what
about
is
it?
that?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Ew! Oh my god,
Okay, he
that's
doesn't want us to
scary.
film in there. We'll just do episode 7 in the hallway. Sorry, Terrence. I'm sorry.
That is a
All right,
monster.
episode 7.
Oh
Red,
my
White,
god, what
and
have they
Little?
created?
What does that mean? I don't fucking know. The episode starts
already
off with
edited that
Ina
one.
waking up and meeting with Brett to complain. I'm going to go on a limb here and guess that this is her last episode because every bitch has complained so far. Besides Chrissy Joe.
Oh
who
yeah, that
still
was a good
is
one. Okay.
Here
Should I go
winning.
back to the
All
Shrek
right?
pictures
John
or should I
gathers the
just
girl
stay on
down
the
the next
Wiz?
morning to read Brett's note.
I need
Ladies,
to
come
delete
down
some
and read
photos.
Brett's note, please.
The challenge
Oh,
is
these
to
are some
put
stock
on a
photos I
USO
took.
show because Brett loves the
bullet.
troops.
Don't
He's
ask
a
me
big
why I have a
troops
bullet.
guy. The army. To help them out, Brett gets these two
I don't know, it was
decrepit
just in my
women
house.
that have been doing the USO show since
Oh,
1956.
I gotta do the
She
skeleton. You
looks-
know what?
it's
Let
like
me just stay on the
Catherine
Wiz
Payton.
right now.
There's 3 duos and 1 solo. The performance is going to be in front of old veterans, all old fucking decrepit troops. They gotta put on a
This
show
kid
for 'em,
was
'cause
so
that's what Brett
good.
wants.
He was
loves
amazing.
it, right?
He
Chrissy
really killed
Joe
it.
and Amber start things off with their
I think he was a
tap dancing
senior.
routine.
Is he a
Brett's
senior
review,
though? He might not
Chrissy
be
Joe's
in a
hot
play
and
next
Amber looks like a
year.
monkey on crack. I thought that was kind of rude.
It was like watching a monkey on crack.
A monkey
I'm
on
glad I got
crack?
Chrissy Joe right here around Brett's neck. That's all I got to say. For Jessica and Megan, they decided to do the hula hoop routine
Let
while
me do
reciting
this,
the preamble
Richard, just
to
because
the
it looks
Constitution.
the smoke and
they
everything.
Also kind of
I
strip.
don't know.
Not really, but
It
they
looks
kind
good.
of strip. Megan is worried that she won't remember the words, which of course you can't because she's retarded. Sorry, that's her own words. Those are other person's words. I'm just saying she's retarded. But once they start stripping,
God.
everyone loves it. Ooh, yay! And the old PTSD-ridden vets in the crowd don't care if Megan is retarded because guess what? She's got some big ol' ba-boom! Ina and Destiny do some tap dancing and strip routines, which were way more trashy than Megan and Jessica, so everyone's just kind of like really off-put by it. It's too much.
Oh,
Even I
it's
was
too
like,
much. It's
just-
too much. Yeah, you can't go too.
a bit
You
too
can't
much
go
for me.
too
The two
slutty,
old
bro.
USO crones are also
Only
trying to
just a
give
little
the
bit
teens some
slutty.
advice before the show,
Not
but
too
they pissed
slutty.
Ina off, so she
There's a
called them both-
balance to this
she, like,
shit.
yelled at him. No bueno, all right? Lastly, Daisy is the solo act who is singing the national anthem, and it is brutal. It is very, very brutal. I'm glad that I don't have her here, all right? That's all I got to say.
Oh my god, that is really bad.
Not only is she tone deaf, but she doesn't know the lyrics to the national anthem. She pulls a little Aaron Lewis action and forgets the national anthem. It's pretty funny.
I don't
Brett
know the
starts talking
lyrics to
about
that
how the
shit
vets
either.
Have seen some horrible stuff, but
Fuck
they've
that
never
shit.
seen Daisy sing. I mean, like, those are 2 brutal things back to back, right? My God. She has the lyrics right in front of her, and
She
still
does have
forgets
the lyrics right in
words. I
front
don't
of
know
her,
how it's
and she's
possible.
still
She's
messing
reading them
up.
from a paper, but yet she still fucks it up. After all the acts are done, the winner is decided by this
That's
clapometer,
actually hilarious.
which is this fake barometer. It's whatever. Jessica and Megan win with the hula hoop constitution thing.
Those vets were very excited.
I think the vets were very enamored by Megan's big old titties, if I had to be honest.
I'm
But this
dead.
must be one of the most offensive things to happen to the U.S. military since, I don't know, Pearl Harbor. I mean, I'm not really sure. We keep cutting to the vets in the crowd, like, drooling, like, which I'm like, are they mentally disabled?
Yeah, are
or
they
just
good,
happy
or-
and horny? I don't know. After everyone gets back from the show, Brett has dinner with all the girls where he asks them who they think is fake. Why would he do that?
Fake?
For some reason, Amber's the only one that calls out Chrissy Joe for being fake and still being married to her husband, which is kind of funny. Destiny and Ina can't stand her, so it's weird that Amber is the one to call her out. I'm surprised that the other girls didn't do it. Anyway, all the girls just pile on Chrissy Joe while Brett just sits there and watches. It's pretty funny. He looks pretty pissed. And eventually, Brett gets tired of these girls bickering, so he snaps by saying, if any of you girls are here for the wrong reason, I'm going to find out. That means for all of you. I feel like Brett's gonna kill all of these
Yeah, he's
women.
gonna
Brett
kill
gets so
somebody,
mad it
like,
makes
what
his
the
blood
fuck?
sugar spike, so he has to leave to go calm down, get some insulin, and figure things out. Chrissy Joe starts packing because she thinks Brett's done with her. Later on in the night, Brett wants to go talk with Chrissy Joe and hear her out, so they both go to Brett's room to talk. We've all seen this before.
Oh,
Brett
Lord.
loves crazy girls, but she might be a little too crazy for Brett, is what he says. And the next day, Brett gets a date with Jessica and Megan, and they go to Ed Hardy clothing store where a
Oh!
guy named Adam makes custom
Ed
outfits for the girls. He
bro.
basically cuts up Ed Hardy shirts, and he's like, there you go.
I
it's
remember remember that episode when they cut up the Ed Hardy shirt, and I was like,
What-
I
okay.
need
While
that.
this is happening,
I
they
need a
show
cut up
Destiny and
Ed
Amber
Hardy
talking
shirt.
shit about Chrissy Joe.
Like,
the camera
what-
pans over and shows
so
Amber's
cool.
legs, and holy shit,
Her
that
legs
bitch
are
is
fucked.
chewed up. Looks like a goddamn pit bull. attack,
Jesus
I'm telling you. Amber
Christ.
needs to clear the air with Chrissy Joe, and Amber feels guilty about calling Chrissy Joe out because they're roommates. But Chrissy Joe just doesn't give a
They
single
were
fuck about it. She's like,
roommates.
whatever, you're fake. Chrissy Joe's very unlikable. I feel like by the, I've said it time and time again, but it's just I keep going down the wrong path. I still think she's on track to win. That's my horse I'm betting on, but still. Megan and Jessica eat with Brett and throw Inna under the bus by saying Inna was being mean to the old bags of the USO, which she was. She was. To be fair, she was. Also,
That is
while
the
this
only thing
happening,
I remember
Brett
from
is
watching the show
violently
back in the day when I was a
the
child,
sugar is
is
low,
that
he has to get something in.
they
all
cut
right?
up the Ed
But
Hardy
it's
shirts,
time
and
for
it looked
elimination.
amazing. And I was like,
Elimination round pick
that's
is
the best thing I've ever
probably-
seen.
God, I
The
got
sleigh.
Chrissy Joe. She's my winning horse, but if I had to bet, I think
The sleigh.
I think the time might have run out. It is unfortunate. Brett comes out in a black Affliction dress shirt and a flaming cowboy hat. It looks bad. Very lackluster compared to the first season, if I'm being honest.
There's a lot of flash in the first season.
A lot. I mean, he was definitely.
Oh, he had the tiger
This one's
fucking
everyday wears.
suit.
Britt starts off by calling Amber, then Destiny, then Megan, then Jessica, and Daisy, leaving Inna and Chrissy Joe as the final two
Always
left
Chrissy
standing for the
Joe. Leave
final
Chrissy
pass.
Joe
Brett
alone,
calls Inna
bro.
down, and
She's
Chrissy
a little
Joe thinks
annoying,
she's
though,
done
but-
for. But it's another fucking fake out. Stop with
No.
the fake outs! Inna's tour ends here, and Chrissy Joe stays for another day. I swear to God, my prediction may come true, and Chrissy Joe might win this whole fucking thing. Destiny's pissed that Chrissy Joe is staying. King Skank. And of course, they all enjoy a nice Brett's brew.
Because
but
she's
Inna
like the
is long
hottest
gone
girl in the
because she
show.
talked
That's
bad to the
why.
old bitch that did
It
the,
don't matter if
Twin
she's
Snakes.
crazy.
We
It
cannot
don't matter
keep
if she's
doing our
annoying.
reviews in this deal. Let's see if John
She's
wants to watch
hot.
some of the episodes with us.
First time watching you stream live? Hell yeah, dude. I just got copyright claimed. I'm cooked. My whole stream's going down.
Rock of Love with me, John.
I want to watch with
Oh
you.
my god, look at this toilet.
Did you watch the whole season yet?
Oh
I did.
god.
Well, I guess we can at least talk
That's
about episode 8.
amazing.
Brew break.
Bro break. Hey, Anna, give me a sip.
You don't want
Wow,
this,
I
John.
can't believe
I'll get
all the
it
shit they put into
later,
this.
That's for sure.
Welcome to the stream. How do you say clout? Cloth bag? Cluth bag? No, there's no L in there. I can't
Episode
read.
8,
I'm
Video
sorry.
Vexens. The next morning it opens with the girls
I
working
actually
out, but Chrissy Joe
am
is feeling guilty
illiterate.
about
Remember
Brett
when
saying that he
they say
can't,
60%
get a
of
read
Americans
on her.
are illiterate?
What the
Yeah,
fuck
I'm
do you
in that
expect, you
percentage.
stupid
I'm in
bitch?
there.
God, my brew breaks.
100% I'm in there, bro. I'm in that.
Taco Bell break is what we should have had.
Oh, yum.
You would have liked that, huh, John?
Oh, yeah.
You take a big old stinky refried bean shit in your mouth.
Hell yeah.
Oh, look at
That's
the.
why I like you, John. You're a good egg.
Just
Sit
took
on
taken
me.
over. So am I. Hell yeah, I did. That's what I'm telling you. Know, we illiterate
So,
people got to
Chrissy
stand up
Joe
for our
calls
rights,
her
okay?
husband and tells him that she
We
wants
gotta
to
stand
go through
up.
with divorce because she loves Brett. Listen to this sentence that I just said. She wants to call her husband to tell her that she's going through with the divorce because she loves Brett. What
That's
the f-
actually
is happening?
insane.
You know what I mean? Like, what the f is this? My God. Which I thought that she already had filed for the goddamn divorce and put the paperwork in, but Big John gives the girls their next
She
new
literally just
challenge,
called
and after
her
the
her
note is
husband.
read,
She's
Chrissy
on
Joe
a
wants to
dating
talk to
show.
Brett, but he's on a joyride
Oh my
in
God,
his
that's
rented
actually-
Ferrari.
yeah, she's a crazy
They had to
bitch.
bring back the Ferrari. I'm glad that they at least had it for a couple days. What are we doing? One afternoon? Brett apparently needs to decompress after only 7 episodes. It's been 7 days. It's been 1 week. I gotta decompress. You know what I mean? Like, what the
Oh.
Brew break.
Bro break.
That's right. John, if you were on a season of a love show, right? And then 3 months later you had to be on another season, would you need a week to decompress or would you just kind of be good to go?
Oh, I need more than a week. Let me tell you.
I think me too. I guess what we're saying is we sympathize with Brett this time.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
When Brett gets back, he reveals the next challenge, which is to have the girls make a music video from 2 of his songs, which is Go That Far and the other one we've all heard so much, which is a beautiful ballad called Fallen. I don't think I've ever heard these songs.
That was his quotes.
I want the, I like the way you move.
Ooh.
Oh,
This looks like a fun
He has
picture.
Dan Carr help direct the videos, and the women are split into groups of 3, with one of each team being the music director, which I don't know why you wouldn't fight for these like lead positions. It's the only way to get a solo date. That's the only way bitches are gonna
I
get
don't know.
ahead, you know what I mean?
I changed
What
my
happened to
mind. I don't
Catherine?
like it anymore. I hate this
Catherine,
picture.
she
No, I'm
fucking
kidding.
didn't rodeo enough, dude. That was her fault, not mine. Winners get a fucking group date with Brett and a solo date. Who gives a? The director gets a solo date.
How you doing today?
Just get a group date with them.
Cloth
Megan,
bag.
Amber, and Chrissy Joe on our one team, and
Cloth
Amber is the
bag.
director.
I don't
and
know
her
why I
team
keep
gets
putting
the
an L
song
in that.
Fallen. So
It
they
just
decided to make a narrative-based music video that's basically Christy
I was gonna
Joe
call you
crying in
bag.
bed the entire time, which is just like her being like, I relate to this because I'm a fucking idiot.
Women, am I right?
Am I right? Going good? That's good.
I can't reach it.
I'm supposed to go to the gym in like 15 minutes.
I'm coming. Yeah, take the thing off. No, actually, leave it.
I'm gonna finish this edit though before I
said
stop
was
the
gonna
stream.
respect it. That's my
I
brother.
gotta cook. Let me cook.
Brew break.
Is it too blurry?
Bro break.
Destiny, Daisy, and Jessica are on the other
It's
team
kinda
with Destiny
cool,
as the
though.
movie director. But
It
Daisy
is a little gray.
inadvertently kind of becomes the director
Fucking
because
hate
she's just
grain,
like,
I
we
swear
should
to
do
God, I
X,
hate
Y, and
grain.
Z, and Destiny's too much of a pussy to say anything about it. But they get the song Go That Far.
I still think
and
it's
they just
pretty
turn it
cool.
basically into a slutty dancing video, and it's pretty
think
shit.
it's that
And let me tell you,
bad.
watching these women trying to create a music video is like watching monkeys trying to operate a camera. It's unfucking believable. You'd think that this is like their first day on planet Earth, and they've never experienced human technology. It's absolutely fucked. Brew break. Brew break.
Bro break.
Brew break.
I'm out of brew.
Who's that in the
Give 'em some
pic?
brew. Brett Jacob coming here and
Some
getting
kid
Fat Brett a
from some
brew
high
for my
school.
break. Which I gotta tell you, the editors
I don't know his
that are sitting
name.
around, they're doing the edits. They look absolutely fucking.
This is
miserable,
from
man. Especially the editor for Daisy's.
a
team. You know, he's
local
going through
high
and doing the best he
school
can, but he can't say
rendition of the
anything, and you can just tell that
WIZ.
he's like, I want to get the fuck out.
And
of
this
here.
is
like
this
editing
is
a video
Oz, I
from
guess.
hell.
He's
The
playing
3
the
hours
Oz
are up,
character.
and it's time to show Brett their music videos. And surprisingly, the slutty video that's terrible doesn't win, and instead they go with Chrissy.
I don't know
Joe's,
his name
emo
though, but he was
ballad.
really good.
Boo! I know,
He
I'm kinda
slayed.
bummed
He
about
definitely
it.
slayed.
Even though, once again, that's just that cements my girl's place in this victory. I can't complain too hard, I guess is what I gotta say. The narrative-based Fallen music video takes the prize. Jessica and Amber get a date, and Chrissy Joe gets to go on her solo date. Or no, Amber gets a solo date. Chrissy Joe and Jessica get a group date. Then this pisses everyone off because Chrissy Joe won again. And later on in the kitchen, Destiny goes off on Chrissy Joe and calls her a stupid skank because she keeps getting a group date with Brett, even though she's basically packed her fucking bags. Which you can't blame Destiny for that, even though come on, that's my cash cow there. I'm taking her all the way, Harry.
Did she actually pack her bags?
Oh yeah, she's packed her bags a couple times.
Yeah, she was on the way
She's
out.
packed her
She was on the
bags
way out.
a
John's
lot
right,
of
she was on the
times,
fucking way
actually.
out, right? Daisy cries and tells Chrissy Joe that, hey, I hope you have fun on your fucking date, bitch. Amber's solo date with Brett is just in his bedroom, and they start making out, and it's pretty awesome. Amber's really doing her thing. He sets up this very zen spiritual area in the corner, and Brett invites Eastern Master Healer Satesh Dalakia to find out what's in Amber's soul.
I'm thinking
What's in
threesome?
Amber's soul?
That's interesting.
He brings in a fucking Indian guru. That's the date. What
That's-
a fucking date to have an Indian man. sit
Yeah,
there and
that's
be like,
actually
"Your
crazy."
chakras are aligned. You are one with the world. Sick.
Brew break.
Oh, God.
Brew break.
What? Did you get scared by John?
John scared me.
Why? He's a member of this house, Jacob.
Abrupt.
Brew break.
Brew break.
He is kind of scary though.
Was that good?
It's good. It's good, John.
Oh.
Ew, his
I
dog.
can't wait tonight.
You have to watch this video, this Papa Meat video. I can't believe the characters that are in this house. It's like,
Open up, John.
oh wow. Ew, the
There you go.
tongue.
They all have
Wow.
They all have fung. Amber and Brett get all feng shui because they find out that they've known each other since the 12th century. And that goes
Huh?
a long way with Brett. Goes a long way with Brett. Because that means that he has known this woman for multiple lives. Suffocate my leg, dude. I had to fucking break it out a bit.
They're soulmates.
They're soulmates. He's right. You're right. You're right. Also, Amber says she's 32. My ass, dude. That bitch is like 42. Decade off. I'm gonna shave a decade. Chrissy Joe knocks on Brett's door, interrupting their seance, and Brett is fucking pissed. Unless it's Big John. Only Big John's the only person that come in here. Big Jacob, come in. Give us what a Big John knock on the door would look like. Do it right above John here.
Brett, let me in.
What is he, the big bad wolf?
It's actually pretty accurate.
Little Brett.
Ugh.
Let me in.
Yeah, Brett's like, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin. Brett seems really irritated, not only at Chrissy Joe, but this season. This motherfucker is going
Oh my
through it.
god,
I
just
think
get
he
rid of
had
Chrissy
his
Joe
heart-
already.
Still thinking about Jess.
He
Love
loved
Jess, that's right.
He did. I think he liked her, but Jess was like, I don't want to date this old fucking kook, washed out rock star. I like the way you move. Oh, baby. But instead of going off on Chrissy Joe, Brett sends Satish Dakahali up to Chrissy Joe's room to center her fucking
Wait.
chakra and figure her out. 'Cause
Center her
needs some
chakra, dude.
spiritual
She needs it,
healing,
dude.
Just like the Death
She
album.
needs her chakra centered.
Very good. I shouldn't have ripped these jeans.
Oh.
Brett and Amber start spooning and making out slowly and sensually, kind of dry fucking a bit. It's kind of cool. I spilt this on my belly. Ah! It's cold!
Not Brett's brew.
Ah! Ah! Jeez. It's cold. Fuck. God.
Is it really
it's so
that cold?
much.
Jesus
Is the glass
Christ.
leaking? What the Look at all that.
Jesus Christ.
What the happened? Is there a crack in the glass? There's no way I spilled it. What the
You think the Brett's brews are hitting you?
No. I'll tell you why not. Because
He
Brett
always
and
has
Amber start
unshit
spooning,
videos,
making
but in
out-
a good
sorry, I
way.
read that.
Yeah, he
Speaking
do.
of Satish
They're pretty darn good,
Which
actually.
is probably why he sent him out in the first place, is because he wanted to fucking go and he wanted to.
I
get
like
Chrissy
these little
Joe figured
house
out.
creature
He says,
things
"Satish
that he
Daklatov,
made.
I need you to go in. I need you
Well,
to
he probably
figure
didn't make
out this
them, but
crazy mistress that I think
he
I'm
probably
falling
designed
for."
the way they
Says
look.
delete that.
I think delete that. After the date with Amber, Brett decides to talk to Chrissy Joe, and she
Brett.
spills the beans that she just asked to separate from her husband. She's still fucking married. It's ridiculous. Meanwhile, the rest of the girls are fake crying on the stairs in the foyer. After some time has passed,
Fake
Big John
crying.
comes in and quickly plops the next little challenge note from Brett on the couch and just fucking leaves. He's done with it. He realizes he's not getting any screen time. Brett brew break.
Brew break. Be careful.
Don't fucking tell me to be careful, dude. I'm a wild spirit, man.
Brett.
Brett, come on, Brett.
Come on, Brett.
During Chrissy and Megan's
Come on,
group
Brett.
date, Brett takes them to a takes them to the Shade Hotel for dinner.
It's
Megan
3
starts
o'clock.
making
Time to
out
clock
with Brett,
out.
and Chrissy Joe just walks
Time to
away,
clock out
and
his
Brett actually
stream.
forgets
No,
Chrissy
no,
Joe's
no,
there
no.
and goes
I
to
got
find her
a
later
couple
on.
more
She's
minutes
just sitting
left. I got a
around.
couple
She's
minutes
like,
left.
"Hey, so what the fuck is up?" He brings her back to the table, and it's unbelievably awkward because obviously he doesn't fucking trust her, and my God, it's horrible. After the date, Chrissy Joe and Amber
She
have a
looks really
little
good,
talk,
though.
but Chrissy Joe raises her voice at Amber, so Amber goes off on her. And let me tell you guys, this is a peak moment in the season. All right?
Oh,
They
let me
get
see
back and
this
everyone
crash
gets ready
out.
for elimination.
Oh, you didn't even show the
Predictions,
crash
I think
out?
I've
What the
said it
hell?
How many times in a row here? Chrissy Joe, I think, is getting the fucking boot, dude.
Bye-bye.
What do you think, John? Who do you think's going?
Chrissy Joe. But Daisy's staying, baby.
I don't know why everyone in this house is so
Yeah,
fucking
everyone
adamant
loves
that
Daisy.
Daisy's going to win.
Daisy's hot. I want to eat her ass out.
How would you lick it, John?
Oh. Oh. Like this. Oh. Oh. Oh.
That tongue is
Oh,
disgusting
baby.
looking.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
The noises, bro.
Jesus! Enough! What? God! You asked! You asked! Come on,
God.
man!
All right, fuck. All right, elimination
That
time.
went on for a
This
long
time.
time.
Brett comes out in his slick Ed Hardy leather jacket and starts naming the
Ooh,
girls
Ed
who
Hardy
will
leather
be staying
jacket.
another day. Amber gets the first pass because he's known her since the 12th century, so come on. I mean,
Yeah,
sure. Come on.
okay, yeah.
Easy
pick.
peasy.
Yeah,
What she
easy,
says
easy.
a dozen times.
Oh shit.
So it's between Chrissy Joe. Brett then chooses Daisy. Brett then chooses Daisy, Jessica, and Destiny. So it's really between Chrissy Joe and Megan for the final pass. And he calls Chrissy Joe down, and Brett has a heart-to-heart for it. It cuts to Megan, and it looks like she's like taking a shit. It pretty much looks like she's like having like diarrhea. Stop. And it looks like she's getting ready to basically pass out. She looks so fucking stupid. Brett asks Chrissy Joe if she wants to stay in the house and rock his world. Chrissy Joe says she has a lot of things to deal with at her house, and she starts crying. I thought that was kind of funny. She's like, I get a lot of things to deal with. You've been here for a little over a week. My guy forgot to water my plants. Brett says, can we deal with that together? And Chrissy Joe says no and decides that she needs to go home and deal with her business. She leaves herself!
She
was
left.
gonna get the
She
last
eliminated
dance, but
herself.
Chrissy Joe
Oh
fucking
my
leaves!
god,
That
you
wanted
dumb.
her. Brett,
Do they get money if they win, or they just get the man? If it's just a man, it's not worth it. You need to get some money for that.
God damn it!
It's a competition,
and Brett
bro.
walks her out. It's the only person, by the way, in the entire series that he walks out. Okay?
She leaves with
He really liked her.
Yeah, my ass. She leaves a fucking dumb bitch is what she leaves.
He wanted to fuck her.
Right, well, he did. And I think he did once. Which Brett walks her out to the car, and she cries in his arms before walking away from the show. Brett comes back to the room, and he apologizes to everyone. Brett then tells everyone to have a good night because he was really upset that Chrissy Joe left. And for the first time this season, they don't end the night with a round of Brett's brew. And also, Megan never got
Brett's
a pass,
brew.
but she just gets to kind of stay from default.
She's just
And he's
standing there, bro.
You gotta tell that he's not like super pumped about it. But I will say for this segment, I will end this episode on our own Brett's brew.
To be fair, fuck. Chrissy Joe would have stayed if she didn't leave.
I think that
won.
She would have
won.
That's crazy. I can't believe she left.
Big Jacob!
You okay?
How do you want to show if you
Colin,
still married, though? And then you call your husband while on a dating show
You give me that
and be
lanyard,
like, yeah, I'm
because this
leaving
is
you.
what-
I was like, bro,
Get outta
you
here,
already
Big
left
Jacob.
when you
This is
decided
what
to go on the fucking
Chrissy
show.
Joe did to my heart. Why can't I guess the right people to win?
Yeah, bad taste.
John, open it up.
Bad taste.
Fuck you, John.
I think this is a good edit. I think it might be done.
In a way, I do
It's
think
done.
that
I
Brett
decide-
would've
actually,
chose
let
her
me
to the
just
very end, but Chrissy
hit
Joe
it with
left
a
on her
tad
own, and
bit
that
more
fucking
bull.
pisses me off. I gotta get out of this bathtub. We gotta go. Joe,
What?
John, I'm
Wait.
fucking leaving.
No, stay. Come on.
You're disgusting. Your whole tongue thing threw me off. I gotta get back on my game before episode 9. I'm getting out of here.
But we were having such a good time.
I'm leaving.
You'll be back.
That's too much. I kind of want. Let me do his face though.
Who goes there?
Dale,
What
we're
the
talking about
fuck is
rock and roll.
that?
Oh,
Ew.
Everyone else is being fucking dicks about it, so it's me and you, buddy.
wow. Thank you. I am excited.
And I wanted to come down and ask you this because I chose the wrong woman. The woman I chose, she walked off the show. So what do I know, right? I want you to look into your ball and tell me who is going to win Rock of Love Season 2.
Oh.
I don't even know. I knew that the pink hair girl won the first one. I remember that.
Oh. Ina. Ina will win.
She's gone.
Oh, she's gone. Oh.
Ew, look at this fucking
beautiful.
creature,
Oh.
dude. Ew, that's so nasty. It's like
Okay, hold on.
he made his creations real life.
Oh.
Like, how
I
the
see
fuck?
Amber winning. But personally, I want Daisy to win. She is so beautiful.
So you saw Amber winning, but you still are
Gron.
thinking that Daisy's going to win.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm wrong. I don't know.
You know what? Out of spite for everything, I'm putting Jessica.
Oh, what? No.
Out of spite, people don't know what the fuck. I don't know what to believe anymore. I'm saying Jessica. I'm going.
All right,
to
it is what it is.
Brew
Get
break.
the fuck out of bridge.
Brew break.
The
Brew
next
break.
one-
All right, I think I'm done for today. How long it takes to make them? It probably takes a long time because that shit looks crazy good. It looks insane. Like, all of them look so good. And he made multiple of them. Wow. That's really cool. Anyway, that's the end of the stream for today. Oh. I will be back at 8 o'clock Eastern time for Yakuza 4. But for now, for the photo editing stream is over. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for stopping by. Yep, I'm gonna be back at 8 o'clock, so be ready for that. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the gym, work out, get some gains. You already know. Also, I have a YouTube channel where all the VODs are. If you want to check out the VODs of my other streams, I got a lot of VODs, a lot of videos.